body, take the whole beast inside comes out tonight. Transform under the pale moonlight. I just want control. Won't let nobody take the whole beast inside comes out tonight. Transform under the pale moonlight. I just want control. Won't let nobody take the whole beast inside comes out tonight. Transform under the pale moonlight. I just want control. Won't let nobody take the whole beast inside comes out tonight. Transform under the pale moonlight. Lose control. Make you wanna lose control.
Welcome everybody, this is the S Tier Show. I am Dr. Ha. Hello and good evening. This is Beke, and of course you saw from that amazing intro there, our special guest this week, S Tier friend, Merrick. Henry, thanks so much for coming on, Merrick.
Keep that fucking applause
welcome.
Keep
it going. Yeah. One more time, everybody. One more time for the S Tier Show for Merrick Henry. Welcome. Hey, JCito, what up? Welcome back. How we doing, man? Thanks for popping in.
No one ever says hi to me. They say, hello, doctor.
Yeah, the doctor name commands respect, you see. And people are more likely to greet
I am also a host of this show, okay?
But are you a doctor?
Are you a doctor, though?
I was going to lie.
See, yes. Lying is not S tier. We don't do that on the show here.
Who the fuck made that rule?
I did not right now. No, I just said lying is not S tier. Throw it up on the list.
No.
Yeah.
That is nope.
Yeah.
We are not.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. What's going on? Oh, what? JCito coming back here. I'm not a certified doctor.
You are not a doctor. I'm going to call you out.
JCito, I thought we settled this. I thought we settled
like you're a doctor.
Yeah.
See, so you're the one lying. So lying is S tier. I will lie all day.
No. Because JCito's the one who's lying.
I am a doctor of sex.
S tier, yeah. You know what?
I have a doctorate in sex.
Have you applied for it? Because I applied for my doctorate from college.
Vacay. From where?
Trust. I have a PhD and
you should get a refund.
Yeah, I really think you should get a refund.
What the fuck you mean by that?
Yeah.
I got a PhD.
I don't know if they prepared you for what's ahead of you.
Is it an accredited institution?
It is an accredited institution, bro. It's not no Phoenix Online shit.
JCito, appreciate that clarification, JCito. He's saying that Bay is not a doctor. He wasn't saying that I wasn't a doctor. He was saying that you weren't a doctor. And that I agree with. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like Dr. Dre. Yeah. Dr. Dre's not a doctor.
Dr. Dre. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You are not a doctor.
I'm not, no, I am like Shaq is a doctor.
Dr. Dre
and Dre is a doctor. Yeah.
It's like Dr. Dre, but Dr. Dre's not a doctor.
Yeah,
you're not a doctor.
Shaq is a doctor. I'm like a doctor like Shaq.
Shaq has a doctorate, though.
Yeah. In Shackology or whatever, right?
Now he actually, I think he got some shit in like numbers. What's it called?
Numbers.
Accounting. That's what I meant to say. You know what I
want a degree in numbers. Yeah.
He knew what I meant to say.
Really? Does he have actually a degree? And I think we should look this up.
I'm pretty sure that nigga has a doctorate, bro, or a PhD.
I'm gonna go on the web.
They will hand out doctorates to many a famous individual. An honorary degree, so like,
true,
do
but
we
like,
count those?
I'm curious to see what
Shaq is mad big because he's mad small because he's mad big and he needs like a big brain to handle all the extra functions that his big ass body comes with. So
Merrick could be a doctor, says JCito. There you go. Like Merrick's coming in here bringing the knowledge. Yeah.
Lie.
Doctor of what? Not dance, that's for sure.
Oh God, yeah. Are you kidding? From that, like, no. yeah, and way more I've seen. Yeah.
I mean, yes, I'm fortunate to be an experienced dancer, but like,
and
I
a
really
doctor
don't
of his craft,
call
ladies and gentlemen.
A dancer necessarily. I never had the money to go through the dance schools and the dance training and all that, and it was literally just whatever I could make up on the fly. So I'm experienced, sure, but trained.
Oh yeah, dude. Same here, dude.
I understand what you mean, but that's
a program at Fitchburg State.
That's
Did I bust my ass in the dance club? creating the lighting, creating the sound, choreographing, getting things ready for the dancers, sometimes costume designing even, prop management. Yeah, did I do a shit ton for an extracurricular club?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Does it mean shit? No. Outside. For me, my personal growth, yes. But real world, I could tell somebody that I got a degree in dance. They're not going to check, but I know the truth.
Wow.
I know what you mean, but that's...
We're not lying on the S Tier show, right?
Yeah, that's true, because we're not doing any S Tier lying here, and that's
But
true.
have I
No.
considered putting a
I
dance
didn't.
degree in
No,
my
no,
stuff?
I didn't
Yes.
agree to that. I didn't agree to that. Okay, you
Sean
can lie
says he's going to take a shot for that, Merrick.
if it's a SDA type shit. I'm glad someone else is out there drinking with me.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
Here. Take a drink for the S Tier
I feel
show.
like we got ahead of ourselves. Hold on.
Yeah,
Ladies
truly.
and gentlemen, this is the one,
Wow.
the only Merrick Henry.
Yeah,
Give him
like
another round of applause
Merrick
there.
Henry. We both know Merrick very intimately, and yeah, that's exactly what a doctor would say. True, JCito. We both know Merrick very well and have known him for a long time. So of course, we just wanted to cut right up, get into it. But for those of you who may not know Merrick Henry, first off, I recommend this is his YouTube channel here. So make sure you go check him out. It's at Merrick Henry here on YouTube, and feel free to subscribe. Check out his stuff there.
No, don't feel free. You have to. You are
You have
obligated to
to,
subscribe.
yeah.
Otherwise, you will get
Feel
struck
like you
down
have
by an
to.
act of God.
Yeah.
Would love to reach 1,000.
So close,
Really
folks. Come
soon?
on.
Look at that, 931
Press that
guys.
button.
I think like our S tier audience here is like easily above 50 people. So like I think we could get Merrick somewhere around there at least.
Yo,
right?
why don't you show them how it's
Yeah.
done, dude? Why don't you demonstrate?
Oh,
how
you know
one
what?
would
You're
press
right.
the
That's
subscribe
actually
button?
true. Let me do this right here. Let me go
I
ahead and
didn't
push
even
that
think
up.
of
Oh, bam!
Whoa,
Subscribe.
and it
Ain't that
freaking-
cool? Put that bell on.
Dude, it freaking
yeah.
lit up.
Bam!
and it,
Look
like,
at
was all
that.
flicking
I was
colorful
hoping to get
and
like
stuff.
an immediate notification
Yeah,
on my phone.
like,
but
show off,
it
like,
doesn't
there
always
it
work
is.
like that.
Oh, isn't that always the worst when you're like you want that instant phone gratification, like, or you send someone a meme and then you're just like looking at them, you're like, or you're in the same room with someone, you're just like,
Give me the look.
check your phone, yeah. Oh man, so yeah, check out Merrick's YouTube channel here. You can see a lot of his work, but honestly, as he touched upon there, Merrick, you have been in performance for a long time, putting in like what I would consider to be your lion's share of work, and like just absolutely tackling it from all sides as a modern artist has to. And we've talked about on the show how, like I said, modern artists really have to be their own complete package there. So, I guess first off, I just want to ask, like, tell us a little bit about yourself. If you could summarize kind of your immense work really quickly, I guess,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've been performing since I was about 10. My original background is theater. A large part of my theater training came from Mount Wachusett Community College Theater at the Mount, right down the street from our studio here.
Right on.
And I did shows throughout middle school and all throughout high school there. And that's where I got a bulk of my internal professional training, how to work well with others, how to be on time, how to learn and know your material. And when I got to high school, that's when it started to shift. I joined up with the dance team and the step team on campus at Fitchburg High School. And there was just something about people cheering for you, not as a character, but as yourself.
Yeah.
That just always stayed with me. And then within like a year's time, my mental shift switched to music and wanting to kind of be known as myself. But also too, a large impact on that shift was Michael Jackson dying in 2009.
Oh yeah.
Around the time I was just starting high school, that I just instantly became gravitated towards that style of music, where I just up till that point hadn't really seen a musician really take all that I loved from theater, in terms of elaborate production, costume changes, choreography, and just put it into a package that represented yourself, where you're creating your own stories, your own
seriously?
characters.
Yeah.
Especially in the music video work too, which is one of my favorite art forms as a whole. And that basically carried into Fitchburg State, where freshman year at Fitchburg State, I said to myself, by senior year, I'm going to self-produce my first major concert. I'm gonna team up with dancers that I know on campus over time. I'm gonna make friends with the theater tech department, so on and so forth. And by the end of my college tenure, my first senior year, I only had 2, but my first senior year, I managed to put together my first ever concert at Fitchburg State with everything that I said that I wanted: dancers, light, a full band, costume changes. And that was a crazy summer putting that together. But yeah, and then
incredible experience.
COVID hit. All of us kind of had to shift around how we make art. So I was in a fortunate spot to work out of what was formerly the Zenden Studios, now Young Coffee Productions. And throughout COVID, we put on live stream shows, live stream concerts from where we were. And it just, the COVID lifestyle of making content really put me in the best position to focus on what it is I really want to do for the rest of my life, which is to best represent myself as a singer, a dancer, a script writer of sorts, an actor, and just try to always best represent myself and maybe kind of all of these different ideas and characters that I have in my head. So it's definitely been an evolution, many stages, different eras, if you will, up to this point.
Most definitely. And
Seriously.
I guess we met somewhere around like the middle of that, right? Like right before COVID, I think, is like right around when we met.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, like a good point when like you're both burgeoning. Like,
it was. That's really interesting to like put into perspective, because I mean, timeline wise, if I think about it in my head, I think about everything in songs I've produced. So there's the first song I made at the Zenden, which was a feature with Sean, Be Alone.
Oh, Sean just came in, so late 2020, early 2021.
See what I'm saying? I think about everything, and that was when we made that song, and that was the first time I'd been to the Zenden and met everyone, and I was like, yo, this is sick. Everyone here is like focused on a goal. Whether it's this song we're working on right now, or some shit they're doing 2 rooms over, or some niggas are thinking about the future and just futurists and just sitting there thinking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just sitting there, in the box, bro. And it was fucking a humbling experience to be in a room with people like that. Because I look at myself and think of myself as a thoughtful artist, someone who thinks through what they're doing, what they're creating, what they're saying, etc. So it was enlightening and humbling to be in a room with people who I felt were like-minded. And I mean, obviously we've pretty much, we're all like family now, so
No question.
Yeah, but that's the incredible thing is like being, what a community can do. And like, I think COVID was this thing that like separated all of us in a huge way, right? It isolated people, it split people apart. But as an adverse of that, it made people look into themselves, what they really wanted, what they needed, what was important to them.
Yeah,
and
bro.
I think a lot of people just in reaction to that, but even before that, like found that connection because of that in such a cool way. And it's so amazing to hear that there was that community that was just that Zenden coffee community that was just ready to take in you guys and support you guys as artists. And like you said, AK, like it's so important to have a place that everyone's taking that seriously, because it's one thing to be like, hey, we're all doing our thing or whatever, right? But it's like to have people that are supporting you and pushing you and always engaging with you as an artist, like that's what breeds the amazing stuff right there. So that's cool.
I don't know if you've experienced this phenomenon, but like at least for me with the rap scene and community, it'll be like a collective, it's a group, but then that group is just like a bunch of guys in a room who just like either copy what one dude does because he has mad motion, or just like they do mad shit separately and don't focus on there's no goal. They're all doing their own shit and they just hang out in a room together while they do it. Like it's not that. That's not. I don't feel like that's ever what we've been on. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
It's
awesome.
completely different energy from the jump, at least for me, what I saw when I started working with y'all, which from the jump, right, I mean, at least with what me and Jerk were talking about, and what we've been wanting to do from day one, just aligned with the vision. So
like, especially on that note, like, Merrick, when you decided to sort of like pursue that kind of lifestyle, sorry, not to interrupt you, was asking you a question.
No.
But on that note, like, if when you decided to like pursue that kind of lifestyle, like, that's obviously a big sort of mental shift to be ready to get into that kind of thing. What kind of what were you pursuing to sort of like get ready into it, or were you just kind of diving head first into it to see what happened? Like, what was your sort of your transition process, if you could describe it in a way?
Fantastic question.
Because I think everyone struggles with that. Yeah.
It's a calling.
Oh, see you later, Silver Slayer. Thanks for joining the Discord. Thanks for popping in.
Appreciate
it.
Love God.
It's a calling. You know what you're meant to do kind of on this planet, where if you even attempt to stray from that path, your body's almost going to make you sick in the process.
Yeah, I feel that one.
No matter how hard you try, maybe you're listening to someone else in your life convince you to go a different route that's maybe going to be more financially feasible, set up for the long run.
Yep.
And your body just completely breaks down and just rejects that almost entirely. Where if you think you can do something else in your approximately 100 years on the planet, and it'll make you happy, you should do that, because everyone deserves to be happy in the short time that we got on this little spinning rock.
Precisely.
But if there's nothing else that's going to make you happy, don't waste your time dancing around it. Just go and do it.
Here.
And that's kind of, even coming out of our mostly COVID situation, it still lurks here and there. That's kind of just where I've needed to accept more of myself, of like, this is what I'm meant to do. I can't stray from that. Even some performing job opportunities that kind of came up for me in recent memory, where I was trying to set myself up to maybe line up with that because it was going to pay like more consistently.
Yeah.
My body just would shut that down and just couldn't accept the idea of deterring from what my main goals are, as not just an artist, but also as an individual, like things that I want to accomplish for myself. I don't want to say, especially as a dancer, I don't want to say that I didn't give it my all while my body could still take the physical strain.
Oh, and there is so much strain. And people, I don't know if people talk about it enough. You know what I mean? Like, how much you're putting on your body, like those amazing movements we saw earlier, and we can check out more videos too, but like the way that you coordinate yourself, like, I have to imagine there's just such a physical element to that. So,
And then you add singing into the mix.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Singing
I was about to say,
dancing is hard.
I was about to say, yeah. Dude, I don't dance nearly as much as I used to when I perform because of that. Like, I used to dance a lot in my sets. You might remember some of my early sets. I used to fuck that shit up, dog.
Yeah.
And I'm not no dancer for real. I just be seeing shit on like TikTok, and like back in the day I would see shit on Vine, and I'll be like, oh, that's just cool. How
You
do I
gotta
do
feel
that?
you feel
Like,
rhythm,
I would
and you just
do
kind
it.
of see
You know what I'm
something,
saying? I
right?
just practice it till I get it. But like me personally,
Sean just pops in and says, so let me get this straight. Your mind was telling you no, but your body was telling you yes. Yeah, exactly. So I feel that.
For this.
So we didn't have enough backstage drugs on the S tier show here.
Drugs?
What?
Drugs?
no.
I can never. I actually don't, but that's what makes it funnier. But
You're right. The only drugs here is the stuff I put in this tea bottle, which is just a bunch of random pills I stole from some houses down the street. So it's not,
as any doctor would.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. As a doctor, it's just where I get my prescriptions.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, what? You think this stuff grows on trees? I have to afford healthcare.
Some of it does.
Yeah. I'm
majority
not
of
that
it does.
kind of doctor. I'm a good doctor.
Good doctor. Fuck you and that show.
Oh, that's crazy. What that show has done for autism, unfortunately, is set it
Bounds
back
and
like
leaps have
15
been
years back,
fissures
yeah.
moved together, tectonic plates crushed,
backwards.
Atlantis risen.
Oh my god.
Bounds.
Oh, it's like when
Oh my
autism
goodness.
speaks has done for it.
Merrick.
Yeah.
Merrick.
On that note.
Interesting question. So you just said that you don't partake in substances.
That is correct.
All right. So to me, right? To me, personally,
Yes.
I look at someone who doesn't partake. Like, bro, we were in a bar last week, and I was thinking to myself, like, oh man, everybody's having drinks, it's lit. And then like we left, and I was thinking to myself, like, oh wait, Merrick doesn't drink. I'm just being mad obnoxious right now to Merrick. Oh no. And like I got a little self-conscious, and I was like, damn. And then I was thinking to myself, like, damn, this nigga's mad cool, bro. Like how he be out at the bar, like everybody's lit, and he's also lit, but he's not lit at the same. You know what I mean?
He
Like
was lit from life.
that's what I'm saying. This nigga's high on life all
Life
the
lit.
time. Like you
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
I personally, not that I couldn't do that.
Sean was
'cause
there
I
eating
have-
beef stew apparently.
Yeah, it was beef. We was in there fucking.
And
on
I guess
beef stew and
JCito is a
shit.
sturgeon. If we're believing the
What?
chats tonight.
Isn't that a bird?
JCito said it's a fish. It's a type of it's a sturgeon.
sure?
Is yeah. Here, I can show you a picture.
I thought it was a kind of bird
Yeah, here we
that
go.
ate fish.
Images.
You sure it's a fish?
Yeah,
Is it
here,
a
I'm
fish
gonna
that
go-
eat birds. Does it eat birds?
Maybe.
Hold on, sorry. I'll get back to that question. Oh wait.
Some kind of medicine too, I guess.
Okay.
Oh
Wait,
no,
wait,
I spelled
wait.
it. I spelled it way
What
wrong.
does the medicine
Yeah.
do?
That
That motherfucker looks like it eat birds. What the fuck is that?
Let's see. Yeah, doesn't that thing? Real quick, going back to this thing. Yeah, doesn't the thing
hold
look crazy? Yeah.
Mad ADHD on it.
This is one of those.
Comes with the show.
Yeah, it truly
Good
does.
lord.
Yeah. It's
That
like
motherfucker got a
I feel like if you had
mustache.
this fucker in a tank, it'd be hanging on the tank. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
good
It's like-
lord.
They're flat like that. You
Wow.
know what I mean? Yeah, they're kind of weird looking.
That's
a
literally
really small
a
one.
living
So
blade.
So is
Truly,
that
right?
Is that
pull these out of the
food?
water, stab your enemies?
Is that food or just like the craziest thing you've ever seen? You know what I mean? Like when you fish and you catch that, are you like, oh, we're eating good tonight? Are you like,
Let's see.
This
No, I
is
don't want to.
terrible.
I'm
Fine.
gonna cut up my tongue tonight on this fish.
Yeah,
oh,
right.
there you go. People also ask.
Check the. Oh, people.
Yeah, it was on
I
right
was
on
gonna
the
say you
joint.
can read the Google already. Oh, sturgeon, a good fish to eat. It is delicious and nutritious.
Wow.
Its byproducts are also popular, and
What?
caviar from sturgeon eggs, for instance.
Yo, we going to Stop and Shop tonight?
We're getting some sturgeon.
Excuse me, good sir. Do you have sturgeon?
Oh, what up, Silver Slayer? Welcome back. Says,
he's back.
yeah, maybe at the bar more often. Yeah, he says he'd be like Merrick, just chilling there. So I feel
Nah,
that
yeah.
though. But here's
Okay,
the thing:
thank
is
you.
like hopping back to that real
Thank you.
quick. I don't think people like put enough. Like, not to say credit on that, like
Yeah.
not to say not.
That's
not
what I
to
was
say you
gonna
don't
say. Right,
deserve
right.
credit, but like it's just one of those things where like there's respect.
It's a
Yeah,
big-
it's respect.
Yeah. Hold on.
Where
Let
it's
me
like,
finish
yeah.
this before I forget. My fault. 'Cause
No, go ahead,
We
go
did
ahead,
a
go
little thing where we talked about sturgeon, and now we're
We
back.
got into
Hold on.
That's what we do here on the S tier show. We go on some S tier tangents.
Fuck around
like,
on sturgeon. Here at the
Fuck
S
around
tier
with
show, we
sturgeon.
only talk about sturgeon. S tier shit, nigga. Fuck with
Well,
me.
JC Drew said he was a sturgeon. I don't know why. JC Drew, why are you a sturgeon?
Why does
Also,
he-
I'm sorry.
Stop,
before we wrap
stop,
that up,
stop,
yeah.
Stop. Hold on. Stop.
Okay.
What I was
ahead.
gonna say is, in that moment where I was drunk off of like 4 tequila shots and a beer, and I was sitting there and I'm like, dude, I'm mad annoying. I was also thinking to myself, like, dude, this nigga Merrick is mad cool. Like, mad respect to him. You're in an environment where everyone around you is getting lit, they're getting fucked up, they're drinking, and someone's about to go smoke, etc. On top of that, you are pursuing a lifestyle that 9 times out of 10 you're gonna end up in a party. In a party or a party scene or a party environment. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way any one of us are gonna get up without going to a party and schmoozing and talking to that person. So it's like, to not partake is like, not crazy. Crazy is the wrong word. It's
It kind of is, though.
In that scene,
in
though,
that
I would
scene.
agree.
But,
It
like,
is.
when
It's
in
kind
the-
of seen as kind of like, you know, and not again, not aren't we? Because saying
Right.
you agree, like not that we're
Disciplined.
calling it crazy, but it's definitely got that colloquial kind of sense that it's like, why? You know what I mean? Like,
So if I may,
please.
growing up in theater, like we really just didn't do that. Because we're rehearsing most of the time. Now, let me say this too.
People who are taking it seriously weren't doing
It's not just me being in one theater group. It's not just high school theater. Like when I'm done one show, like I'm rehearsing during the school day, and then I'm going up to the Mount that night and rehearsing that night, 6 to 8, 6 to 9, sometimes 6 to 10, depending on how close it is to the show. So like, I never really had the chance to really sit with like one cast and just chill and vibe outside, you know?
Yeah.
Like I was always kind of hopping from group to group, and in the summer is when I would sometimes be with a different theater group entirely, like in Sterling. So I never really had that chance to like sit down and party afterwards. Now, of course, there are the stereotypical cast parties after shows, but we also really we didn't do that. It was, usually there were kids around because they were like family-oriented casts. And if there was drinking, it was very mild. There was never like a rager. Maybe for High School Musical, it was a little bit stronger because it was a more older younger cast, like like young adult cast. But also I was 14, so what the fuck would I have done there anyway?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, you weren't in the scene of that anyways. Yeah.
So it's just, but also in college, I was also never around those parties either because I was always rehearsing for the next thing. I was so caught up in dance club at Fitchburg State at that time that I just never put myself in those parties. Sometimes when we did the KCCTF festival, the Kennedy Center Theater Festival, yeah, they would all, because they're so stuck in the rehearsal room throughout the week, they would fucking rage in that hotel like nobody's business because they haven't had the time to do it because they were rehearsing for 3-4 hours every day. At least Fitchburg State was, and that's all I can really go off of. But they would partake in everything they could.
See, Merrick, can I, real quick, before
I just never cared for it.
Silver Slayer popped in with a comment. I just want to kind of get your comment on it. He says, the theater people had more discipline than the band people in youth, from my perspective. I was a band kid till high school. And so, you think so?
Oh, God.
Because I also was a band kid.
In those band rooms in between growing up.
People were
oh my God,
fucking in that band room. I heard people fucking in the closets. I heard a lot of fucking in the theater, but like it wasn't as like
not
weird.
so much in ours, but definitely our band rooms.
Yeah, definitely the band rooms. Like because it was like one time or two on the theater that I heard. But the band kids, I remember, I mean, maybe it was because I was a part of the band kids, but I remember hearing just stories out there. I mean, you got closet stories, you've got bus home from competition stories, you've got, I mean, we're spending all this time together on long bus rides.
Honestly, like, that makes a bit more
Then the
sense.
closet, right? Then the closet
Dark
at the band
night.
room.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Go for it.
crazy.
Yeah, well, because I'm not alone. Look, I've been there. Like,
I don't relate to either because I did both. I did theater and band at different parts of my life. And the band niggas were just like, no disrespect to the band niggas, but them niggas was weirdos. Nigga, like they weren't.
Yeah. Oh
like,
God. Yeah.
Like you didn't.
That doesn't
like,
change the fact
like,
they were still doing each other.
They were. No. I like they were most def doing each other. I realize now,
Yeah,
but like
in weird ways.
it was like they didn't let you into the fold. There's like you had to be like one of them, like for real. Like you couldn't just be like a.
You
couldn't just be like
right.
Yeah, you couldn't just be
Exactly.
like playing tuba 9 to 5 and go home, nigga. Like you had to play tuba all day, every day, nigga. That's your shit.
And then you can get into the gossip
and then you
and
can
all
get
the-
into the
yeah.
gossip. Then you can get into the orgy club, the group chat,
yeah.
all that shit, right?
And I
But
just
for the-
was never in one group long enough to get sucked in. And honestly,
Literally.
so
the
clicky.
idea,
It's so
literally, you know what I'm saying?
I will also say too,
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody shut this guy's mic
that's
off.
what it'd be like though. That's what it'd be like.
That's what it'd be like, though.
I was never into
Sucked in
things. My God.
That's a good one. Hold on.
I
That
was
deserves
just-
a screech there.
Sorry, yeah.
I was.
Any moment.
There we go.
deserved it.
Shout out. To
Oh, whoops, sorry. I was gonna do the drum roll for it. Too.
Also appropriate.
Also late.
No, just putting a pin in it. I've never wanted an outside influence to control how I operate, especially how I perform. And to your point, most rock stars, music superstars, you're working up this energy and you're trying to be on this plane of existence because that's what the audience expects out of you. That's just naturally a given. And a lot of people will utilize other substances really to help come down and neutralize because you are just stuck here on this type of high that, at least for me, is going to be far better than anything.
Yeah, if you're a performer,
you want to
utilize
an
artist, that stage high is better than any drug. And then I think that, like, to that note, that's why a lot of rock stars get into debauchery the second they get off stage, because that high,
because they're just trying to come down so they can go to sleep, so they can do it again the next night or 2 nights. Now, I don't get to partake in drugs or alcohol, and sex isn't an option. So, like, I'm just
not an option. Well, you're on the S tier show. This is the biggest aphrodisiac known to man. You can just send this clip. I would say just on your Tinder profile, just post the link to the clip. Be like, S tier show right here.
Why don't we just, like, give the ladies some steez real quick, guys? Some smolder.
I'll do a little.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'll give him one of these.
Merrick, what's your sexy pose? Give us a sexy look. We're gonna do our sexiest look.
Your sex is overpowering mine. So
you got some, come on, bro. You got some sex in there. Come on, bro. What the fuck is that?
Isn't this bringing the sex? Am I not serving
sex.
cunt
Is that
right now?
Yo, S tier, if you are into some rough shit, this is the right place. Clearly.
See, I was about to smize on these niggas.
Oh, what's up, Lothar? Lothar says shake some ass. So I don't know. We're gonna vacate. You gonna?
What the fuck?
Are you gonna do our fan request here? We got a fan coming in, a prime fan coming in. He wants to see some ass being
shake that ass.
Yeah.
Pause.
Duck going primal on it. Thanks, John.
No.
Yeah, no. All right. Well, I guess you heard it here first, everybody.
But yeah, nah. Hold on. Let's go back to that pin that you stuck in that. Let's take it out. Yeah, I was in the band and they were like really like not cultish, but just like
cultish is a good word. Yeah,
you had to get into the inner circle to get invited to the fuck circle to get in the circle. You know what I'm saying? With the drama groups, and this is why I think at the young age why I ended up sticking with the drama and the acting and that shit in theater, was because it was like, as long as you were good, bro, you were getting sucked. Like, hey, you got on stage and you killed that audition, bro, you was getting some bop. At least that's the environment I was in. I used to, my freshman year, bro, I went on stage. I don't even remember what show we were doing. It was a Christmas show, and I get on stage, and it was like, the audition was like, do this monologue. You can choose the tone behind it, dramatic, funny, just do this monologue. And you have like 3 choices of props. It was like a chair, a hat, or like a feather boa. You know what I'm saying? 3 kind of neutral things. And I chose the chair. And everyone who chose the chair, they like walked around it and they threw it in some shit. And I just kind of walked up to the chair, looked at it, spun it around, and sat on it backwards, like mad cool and shit like this.
And his dick got sucked.
Yeah, and there was like a magnet. It was like,
why is that chair in the way?
But now I sit down all cool as shit. I do my little monologue, right? I'm like,
oh yeah,
da-da-da-da. And I'm like, bro, I had a deep ass voice by the end of 8th grade. Like, my shit was this deep already. Like, I'm sitting there like, talking deep and shit. Whole auditorium.
Like that, yeah.
Oh my god, his voice is amazing.
I'm like, word? Again?
I meant to do this one. Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, whole audience.
Oh shit, that was crazy. His voice is so deep and sexy.
That's the kind of shit they're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get off stage. the drama director. He's like, that was great, man. Whatever. I'm like, cool. I get off. I sit down. The second I sit down, 4 bitches come up to me. 4 white bitches. You know I'm fucking with white bitches, bro. You know I fuck with white bitches, bro. 4 white bitches come up to me. They're like, oh my God, what's your name? You're a freshman. That was so good. You might get a lead. Freshmen never get leads.
Or you might get a dick sucking.
You might get, yeah.
I'm sitting there.
All 4 of us should suck your dick at the same time. Oh
Keep
my
in
God, you
mind,
want to go to
bro.
the bathroom right now?
That's what I'm on. Keep in mind, right? This is freshman year AK.
Yep.
I'm not even AK yet. I'm just nervous and shit. I was acting on stage. You think I'm that cool? Nah, hell no. I was acting.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Yeah.
Literally,
What's up?
and then I'm like, yeah, I just like acting, being all weird and shit. And they're because they're weird too. They fucking with my weird shit, bro. Nigga, the whole freshman year, nigga, I was getting bitches after bitches after bitches. I would walk around the hall. They'd be like, hey, what's up, man? Like I was the big man on
That's
campus.
the guy who
nigga.
gets bitches, isn't
That's
it?
Mr. Bitches right there. That's
Mr.
what they would say.
Bitches.
Bro,
So everyone's like,
you think I'm kidding? Oh my God, they called me Mr. Bitches. I made that last part up. They didn't call
All
me
right.
Mr. Bitches.
Let
That'd be
me
cool, though.
let me chime in for a tick here, right? So as somebody that I was engaged primarily with the band in high school, and then primarily with the theater in college, right? And so I feel like I've seen a few sort of edges of each sort of area, and I just want to confirm that I think band kids and theater kids are just as freaky about each other as each other. However, the theater kids have way more things involved going on, like drama and politics
Right.
and various things that get in the way. Whereas the band kids are just horny weirdos who don't know how to express
They just
themselves.
horny weirdos touching metal.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Banging
they're just
sticks
blowing,
on shit.
tonguing, fingering. Yeah,
Blowing
exactly.
shit all day.
There's
the
sort
drama
of-
niggas. Think about how dramatic they're in drama. How dramatic are those niggas, bro?
Which is why when those cast parties finally happen or those big conference festivals or whatever, they just blow it all on that one night.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
bro.
There's
They
so
go
much
nuts.
Big time.
pent up.
They do anything in there,
energy.
bro.
Yep.
I'm not gonna tell this story. Actually, no, I'm not telling that story. That's a crazy
Pittsburgh
story.
State got in so much trouble when we trashed the hotel room. That was my freshman year of college. Again, wasn't a part of it. Could have given a shit, but we definitely heard about it like the week coming back. Like, y'all fucking trashed the hotel room.
Can't believe it.
You know, I didn't care, but like, I'm kind of proud.
That's funny though. I just love that energy where it's like, yeah, why not? You're superstars or whatever. Like, enjoy yourself, have fun. I don't like destroying. I hate to be a nerd about this, but I'm not a big
here he
fan of
goes.
destruction of property because other people have to clean that up. And
All right, dude.
It's just hard to like, it's.
Yeah.
I always feel bad because I'm always like, somebody has to like clean your shit off the walls. Because I
Lame.
used to be a guy who cleaned shit off walls, and I was like, that
Lame.
sucks. But
Destruction of property is so cool.
feel yourself as an artist
model.
and as a performer, right? Yeah. Chan popping in saying the practice rooms in the high school were war zones for those freaky little band kids.
No.
Oh,
Nah,
yeah.
it always smelled
Yeah, I
crazy
believe
in
it.
there.
If I can,
And I'm thinking like, oh, they really like, they just like must have like oiled
there's a
their.
musk in the
They
room.
must
Yeah.
they must have
I
just
can't
waxed the
pinpoint it.
reeds or something. They must have just re-waxed the reeds.
I
Is
just
that
chapped my
is that-
my cork. Don't
is
worry.
that the smell? Is that the smell of fresh piano strings? What the fuck's going on in here? You just thinking something's going on? No,
There's nothing fresh.
sex.
Sex.
Just to hop on, just because I had a thought. As far
Please.
as there, I do believe there are many when you're performing, especially in like a young environment like a high school or a college, where
Yeah.
like you can get a lot of positive attention, maybe sometimes even like sexual attention, especially if there's something you haven't like seen. If you're something they haven't seen before,
Oh yeah.
I feel like that matters. For me, it wasn't like that at all. I think just because my energy is naturally so high up on stage, I've learned over time as I've kind of taken in data and such and talked to people where it's not even intimidating, where like it's unapproachable. It's just they wouldn't know what to do with me once they get me.
I hear that. And I
So I've kind of had to accept that about myself, where it's not like I'm intimidating because I'm so good. It's just like I'm I'm fucking obnoxious. So like it is
No.
what it
I
is.
wouldn't put it like
So,
that.
if
would
I may,
say-
real quick.
I get what
Oh, no,
you're
go
saying.
ahead.
Though.
Go ahead.
No, you get no, my fault.
So,
That's my fault. You get what you're saying.
Where do you
wanted
think
to-
Heartbreak at the Boulder Cafe came from?
Wait. Oh yeah. Real quick, we should talk about that.
Yeah, we can.
I just want to
throw it
showcase
out
this
there.
poster real quick. So, by the way, Merrick and Bakey are doing a show this weekend if you happen to be in the area.
Yes, we
Saturday, February 17th. This is Heartbreak at the Boulder Cafe.
Your boy hits the stage at 7:30. Doors are opening at 7. You do not want to miss it.
I'll be there. See the good doctor in person. And my legs.
He can
And I'll
sign
tell you
autographs.
what.
Yeah, I'll sign autographs.
I'm gonna do. I'm
Sign your
gonna.
lab coat.
I'm gonna sing music.
Wow, look at that. That's pretty
Who would have
crazy.
thought?
Crazy.
Look at that. Legs. Yeah, I do have them. I know. So if I may, just real quick,
Who'da
coming
thought?
back, I do want to say, so Merrick and I have actually known each other a very long time, not closely, but as in like parallel levels, because we grew up in the same area. And we've gotten to know each other more as the years have gone on, which has been incredible. And we've had like a lot of interactions together.
Those
And
dance club shows were crazy, my guy.
those were insane. Yeah. I did 1 year with the improv club, and that was one of the most fun times I've ever had. And if I'm not mistaken, I was mixing on your show as well, your concert there. Which was a ton of fun. I just remember being, and so from my recollection of knowing you adjacently and then getting to know you more over the years and everything like that, and working with you not only as a friend but a performer and as a close compatriot. I would have to agree that like you have this essence and this aura about you that I think people just understand that you have it. To say it like lightly, you know what I mean? Like whatever it is.
I don't know what it is,
but you got it. You got it. And that's I've always
like
said
the
that
cut of
about
your
you.
jib.
I've always noticed
I like your
you
maxi.
and known who you were because I'm like, oh, that's that amazing artist Merrick. Like he knows who he is. He knows how to like pull it off and like. No matter what point that in your life that I've seen you, I just feel like you always exude this energy of a quiet confidence. You know what I mean? Like a very like just very like, I got it. Like I'm good, and you're positive and uplifting in a way that I think provides a comfort to people around you. And that sometimes can be, I'm going to use the word intimidating, but I don't mean it as strongly because there's almost this like leadership sort of feeling that comes from something like that where like, oh, he's like a figure, you know what I mean? And sometimes that can be tough to want to pull through. But I will say this, and you've probably experienced this in your life, people who do want to like bridge that and get to you and be like, hey, like I really need to like, I want to learn more about this guy. Like those are the connections that are always worth having, and you're going to find stronger connections from that kind of vibe than you would somebody that like, somebody like me who kind of says yes at dinner a little too quickly.
So who
I'll
should I make
say-
these checks out to for all these compliments?
Yeah, right.
So I'll say
Go ahead. What you got, Bakey?
Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you.
Of course. And it's all true. No butter. Just
There's
straight
a-
bagel.
I don't know. This nigga be lying. He is not a doctor. Just
If I've
remember we
lied before,
established
who
that
knows what
lies
extent
are
I don't
allowed
know
in the
to,
S tier kingdom.
Not a doctor.
Just saying.
Not a doctor.
But no, I will say a lot of people are sheep. When you find a shepherd, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're not always gonna follow off rip.
Yeah.
A lot of people are lamps. You know what I'm saying? But like when you get them halogen light bulbs and screw that shit in, it works. You know what I'm saying? So and a lot of people, bro.
Okay.
A lot of people, bro. You get what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm cooking.
The lamp one kind of threw me off. But I
I'm
get
cooking.
you.
I
get
thought you were trying to
Cooking.
say lamb
Yeah.
because
Like,
you had
a
the
lamb.
you made the
shepherd
shepherd
thing, but
Yeah.
Nah, I'm cooking. Hold on, I'm
cooking.
cooking. Hold on. And a lot of niggas, right, is too nervous to even fuck around and switch up to the new bulb. You know what I'm saying? To the new bulb technology, and really twist that shit in and plug it in and turn the lamp on. You feel what I'm saying? But when you link with a bunch of like-minded light bulbs, you feel what I'm saying? And you all in the same box, fully applicable to the same lamp. You can go
Like a
and turn
menorah.
that shit on anytime.
Yeah,
turn
yeah.
up anytime, bro. It's a different feeling. Like a lot of niggas out here. A lot of niggas out here don't have a lot of niggas want to do what we do, what you do, nigga. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when they see someone actively able to do it, any point in time, bro, we could be like, hey, yo, Merrick, we got a show in 3 hours. We just dropped someone just had to leave the lineup. 3 hours. It's 30 minutes away. You got a 30-minute set. This nigga Merrick gonna be like, what kind of sound equipment do we have? He gonna be there to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just on a random day. You know, that's the type of
ready
nigga
to go.
he is. So when people see that, they get that energy off you without you even having to get on stage or get off. You walk into a room, we walk into a room, niggas' heads turn. You get what I'm saying? It's a different experience. Nigga, fuck you! Fuck you! Yo, I'm
Joycito just called him the Grand
Ban this
Yapper.
nigga. Ban this nigga, bro. Quiet him in the chat for
I
7
can't ban Jaycito. He's been on the show at this point.
I'm telling you right the fuck now. You need to quiet his chats for at least 10 minutes, bro. 10.
All right,
I was really talking my shit.
You're hereby quiet, Jaycito. Yeah.
Quiet him for 10 minutes, bro. No more chats.
I'm
10
not
minutes.
gonna lie, I wasn't sure where this microwavable order was going.
Yeah,
I'm glad
true.
it
Bro,
finished cooking.
microwave.
You was cooking, and I'm like, are we past the 2-minute mark?
Man thought he was.
I was cooking.
Yeah.
Bro, I was on a flat top grill hibachi.
Yeah, straight up clip
was-
that. Clip that. Oh,
I was on a flat top grill hibachi cooking shit. It was
right.
you
It was
niggas.
like a bag of popcorn and
No
not
one gets
all
my-
You were
the
talking about a
popcorn.
That's
lamp,
my-
because you were talking about a menorah. You're like, we're
But
more powerful.
You
It's
the one who
like,
said
yeah, like
menorah,
8.
nigga.
But the
I didn't
bag,
say menorah.
You were
the bag
invoking the
still came
image.
out good once you got to the butter.
What image I'm talking about?
Well, Merrick's got a point. Once you
Once
like,
got-
you mix
once
the
got to the
butter.
point where the butter was put on the popcorn, it was solid.
It's solid. It's salt
Popcorn?
and like yeah. So it's
Yeah,
not
that felt
terrible.
like
Yeah.
popcorn.
That felt like
BK.
filet mignon. That felt like Metro Boomin could sample that, put that at the beginning of the next tape. Like that
You
felt
ain't-
real
you ain't-
solid.
That wasn't compared to like sturgeon. That
Yeah.
it wasn't like that.
That wasn't some high tier sturgeon right there.
Bro,
yeah.
quiet him.
Yeah, JCito's not wrong. Like
He's
we can't
done.
ban.
No,
Maybe-
he's cut.
Maybe some like clearance swordfish.
Yeah. Some haddock or whatever.
No
right?
one
Is haddock
understands
cheese?
the vision, bro.
Wait, that's depressing. Haddock.
I don't even eat fish.
That's depressing.
That's a little too sad. I guess you're right.
All
Maybe
these
some
Me,
fish.
I'm not a fish guy. I like shrimp and
I
swordfish.
eat sushi.
I'm not
bro.
much of a
That's it.
seafood
'Cause
guy.
I'm bougie. I don't even enjoy it, bro. I just be eating it to look rich. No cap. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
you know,
lie.
fair enough because it is.
I'm
Well,
not
it used to
lying.
be a peasant food. Now it's
I
a
just be
rich
like-
people food. That's kind of crazy.
And then afterwards, I order real food.
like Taco Bell. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Get something on the way home.
I get something on the way home.
All right. Well, hey, I think this is a great time actually to transition into our next part of the show here today. So, real quick before we pop into that, I just want to give the quick roundabouts and just say thank you to everybody for joining us here on the S Tier Show.
Except
Thanks
Jaycito.
everybody for chatting in. I was going to actually
Except
thank
Jaycito.
Jaycito, Sean, Slightly Cursed, Silver
Except
Slayer.
everyone but
appreciate you
Jaycito.
guys popping in. Jerky popped in earlier
Thank
as
you,
well.
everyone but Jaycito.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys.
Y'all, everyone
chatting.
but Jaycito deserves this round of
So
applause. Thank
we'll
you.
be So if you haven't followed us already, check us out
Fuck
on the
you,
QR code there.
JCO.
Check us out on our
Fuck you.
Discord as well.
Fuck you,
if you can join there for more S tier goodies, that's via that QR code up in the right hand corner there. So
Code right there, dude. Fuck you.
one more time from S tier guest Merrick Henry for this amazing interview about
Fuck
his
you,
life.
Jaycito.
Make sure you check out. I will look up I Am a Surgeon later.
No.
I will look it up later. Don't worry.
No more Jaycito advice.
Make sure you check out the Merrick Henry at the Boulder
blocking
Cafe,
Jaycito's number, I
along with
swear to
BK,
God.
and I'll be walking around like a creepazoid, so feel free to say hi.
I will just briefly mention
yeah.
that this, because we did that Fitchburg State concert back in 2016. That was like my first official concert. I have not done an official in-person concert until this Saturday.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
So the big
boy.
return.
Over
yeah,
half
yeah.
a decade, I have not. Everything's been COVID,
So I'm 2 for 2 on Merrick Henry concerts then, which is grad.
You
Like
would
that's
be,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, perfect. I can
So-
collect my badge.
take that as you will.
Perfect. So yeah, I mean, this is gonna be amazing. I'm very excited for it. I mean, I don't want to like no. It's just amazing to see you do what you do.
Most
Not like it's one of those things that I just very much enjoy the energy that you provide, and hopefully that everybody watching here tonight has been able to catch up on that vibe as well. I think you have because you've been putting yourself forward quite well. And let's see if we can ruin all of that good faith in one fell swoop as we move on to our next segment here today. Which is whoops, I was a little ahead of myself.
So
What?
while you pull that up, Merrick, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
And I'll extend the question to you as well, Duke, and then I'll answer it myself.
Real quick, just before you ask, can you take your jacket off the Sonic blanket? Because, like...
Oh, I didn't even notice that. You're covering Sonic? My God. No, we need him front and center. Yeah. Stretch that out. Clean that
The
off.
Knuckles trailer just dropped last week. Looks
Yeah.
fire. I'm stoked for Sonic 3.
Yo, what up, Molly? Thanks for popping in. Oh,
What up,
when
Molly?
that Sonic 3 trailer popped in, I was crying. I was like, when they played
just
the...
looking good, you
Sonic is cool as fuck.
I'm just glad Jim Carrey's back.
Me too. I remember the quote from him being, he would only return if, quote, an angel delivered him a script with golden ink. And
Sonic 3.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I also heard a rumor that Hayden Christensen is going to play Shadow.
I know, I've been hearing that too.
Yeah.
I'd be stoked.
Somebody did a voice comparison of him with the voice actor from Sonic Adventure 2. And I was kind of surprised at how one-to-one it sounded, even still. Not that I'm looking for that kind of thing in particular, but it's like, it's good to know that, like, you know that he could play that kind of character, right? And it's
easily.
yeah, you just nail it.
I was sold from the jump.
Me too.
Sorry, vacate your
Anyways,
question.
yeah.
Oh, my fault.
No, yeah, Sonic. Always time for Sonic.
Always
So-
time for Sonic.
No, so okay. Sorry. A random meteor falls. Meteor sounds. It lands next to your house. You're like, oh shit, what is that meteor, nigga? I'm about to go look at that meteor. You
That's exactly what I
get
would
up
say.
out your
I think
house.
like that all the time.
You go throw your little shoes on, a little robe. You're like, Ebenezer Scrooge style. What is that?
I wish I had a little cap.
Walk out. You have that. You have one of those.
Yeah.
You walk out. What is that? You go walk up to the rock. It's like a mile away. Get up to the rock. You're like, damn, this rock is yellow and shit. You touch it. You touch it. You shit yourself a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot. You get superpowers. What powers would they be with the limitations of you can't just be like fucking Superman, bro. Like that's whack. That's boring.
Yeah.
You can't.
You have to describe your
fuck
power
Omni-Man,
in
fuck
one
Homelander.
one block. You have to describe your power in one block. So like you can say like storm manipulation, right? Because that may be like several powers, but it's like you can describe it as one go.
Shut up, Jay you never seen a fucking meteor, nigga.
That's not what a meteor sounds like. It technically would be a
fucking seen a
comet,
meteor.
wouldn't it? Or no, comet is
Okay, we already said it's a meteor.
Twas a meteor.
Indeed.
It's exactly what a meteor sounds like. I've heard one.
All right, so you get get super.
I honestly, okay, so maybe I'm lined up too much with like canon events here, but like if I'm going up to a meteorite, I'm getting the Vandal Savage treatment of we're not aging.
Oh.
A little more enhanced strength.
Okay.
Naturally, you know, like
That comes
just like
with
a
the
little bit
territory.
build. But,
Yeah,
like,
Vandal Savage.
Stronger bones, you know.
Yeah,
like,
because okay.
Increased
body never
intelligence,
deteriorates.
like-
you can
That's
get
the-
stronger
Yeah.
endlessly.
and you're gonna get Merrick Henry product
Oh yeah, for life.
Yeah.
for life. So, yeah, that's kind of what I would do. The Vandal Savage treatment.
Okay, and you, my friend, the doctor.
Real quick, I want to pop in. Sean said a great answer here, which I think is I want there to be a watch in it that has 10 different aliens / powers to choose from. I think that's a great answer.
Wow,
yeah.
what an original
Yeah.
idea.
I've never heard of that. Come on,
It
nigga.
started when a alien device. Sorry.
I know
That's a
it's
great.
Dude,
it's
such a
one of
great
my favorite
show.
theme songs.
Almost,
yeah.
almost
The show is
every
insanely good.
property of that is good.
Oh, when
except like the last shit they made was ass. I tried to watch it, but the
heard,
Omniverse shit, was that what it's called?
I think
the
so.
last
yeah.
one. Yeah.
The yeah, that shit was fire too. I'm not gonna hold. It was all good.
It was a show. It was. It was on. It came on when I was like 10, and I was thinking, "There's no way this show's gonna be good." And like,
Right.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
The sci-fi concepts
I, as
in
a
it were
kid,
crazy.
Like
yeah.
I was a little bit younger than you, man. I was like, I don't know, man. This is like, it's a little weird. Like, it's not relatable. Like, I've never even seen an RV in real life. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
have a grandpa.
I've literally never met my granddad. Like, he lives in Africa. Like, this is not
What's a
relatable.
plumber? The show's
What-
not going to tell you what a plumber is. Just
Yeah,
You know
it's
what
really-
I
oh,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
What the frick? But then, like, my cousin liked it. Shouts out Javi YFC. He fucked with it, and he had all the toys. And I was like, all right, let me try it. And I watched
the
it. and I was
Omnitrix
like,
was
okay.
the toy to have. That
It
was,
was.
almost
Oh,
as
I had
cool
one of those,
as
yeah.
as whatever Power
As
Ranger
like-
Morpher was on the line that season.
Yep.
You had an Omnitrix. Like,
Omnitrix. It was
Solid.
at least for me, it was Power Ranger Morpher, Omnitrix, Beyblades. Those are like the three coolest things you could have.
I'll have to show you my Omnitrix.
In
I
that
know exactly
age.
where it is in my house.
Oh my God, yes,
Like
please.
the full like giant jacked thing. I know where it is.
Perfect.
So good.
All right. Well, I guess
you-
I would say
dude, what's your power?
I've had this answer for a long time because I'm kind of into superheroes in a
I've
bad
had
way.
mine cooking for years.
So I think that I would go with like spatial manipulation, right?
Okay.
Like sort of like you could visualize it as like portal creation or something like that, right? You know, just the ability to kind of like have a hole in space time wherever I want it, right? So that way it's like, you know, because I'm kind of a lazy bastard, and so I just feel like it's something where I can like, you know, just crack open a hole at any point and just be like, there it is, I got it. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, it's perfect. So
Still,
you know.
still on point. I'm with BK on this one.
I just want to open a hole wherever I want.
Anywhere in the universe.
Wide open.
When I need a hole, I want a hole, and I'm gonna open a hole.
Gotta go right.
I'm gonna get some holes everywhere. I'm gonna put a hole there and a hole
To
there.
our audience, I'm so sorry that this was such a macho show.
That's what
Yo,
men
dude, don't worry.
do.
This is what it's like every week.
Men need holes.
Feminists, I get it.
Sorry.
I'm trying to get women on this show.
Yeah,
but
we
I
don't have
know
like
if
a
it'll
we don't have a
work.
strong woman
Well,
audience.
when you're opening up a hole anywhere you can, I don't think they're going to be coming through that portal.
Yeah.
I imagine your power being like it like doesn't hurt you. Like
Yeah.
it's easy to use. You can just but like you have to like physically like open it. Like
Yeah.
you're like, all right, use my power, and it's a tiny crack, and you're like,
Are we saying sex jokes?
you're sweating. Like
Yeah. It takes a lot of energy to like open a big hole, you know.
That's cool. That's
scene.
good.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate
fantastic.
that. Thank you. Whoa.
You
Thank
beat me to it. I was about to hit mine back here. Oh, you're quick with those.
On it.
He just said he's Bucciarati.
Bucciarati.
Yeah, great
Did I
reference.
see someone in
love
the
you.
comments mention something Bakugan related?
Yeah,
I
somebody
think-
said
I think I
Bakugan
did
were
see
lit
that.
as well. Slightly Chris
Yes,
said.
Bakugan
Yeah.
were lit.
Bakugan
I
were
feel
lit.
like
Yeah.
They came a little bit after the whole Ben 10 craze.
Yeah.
I first started watching Bakugan on my Washington D.C. trip.
Oh, crazy.
We had to be up at 6 a.m. That's what was on. I didn't care for the show necessarily, but
Yeah.
the theme song I was always
Dude, the
it was
theme song
on point.
was worth
It was fire. Yeah.
The theme song fucks. Like, it's so good. Like, I don't
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it
Dude,
just-
that
it fit.
shit's fucking
The toys were too
fucks.
expensive, and I was way too
Yeah.
into Yu-Gi-Oh at that point, where like I already committed to my game. But
Play it
It
right
was
now. We'll get struck.
Bakugan.
Sorry.
I love Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon 2 was like one of my like all times, but Bakugan just hit at that perfect age for me, I think. And
oh sure,
like
yeah, you were the perfect demographic.
the
for it.
TV
You kidding
show
me?
was like just like it was fast paced, flashy, colorful, and the
sure.
toys were interesting and sick. Like magnets. Every kid loves magnets, bro.
I just like watching the balls
Like,
pop.
it
Honestly,
would-
that was always my
magnets,
favorite part.
dude.
Yeah,
Come
exactly.
on.
Like, yeah, like that's it. You know,
Every kid loves magnets.
I want to throw the
dude.
balls at whatever I can and just watch them pop open.
But literally same thing we were saying. The toys were so expensive. I missed it.
You didn't say pause or
you can
nothing.
watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You can watch
that
it
was a
in post.
good one. That's a good one on here.
No, but they were pricey. Spin Master really.
I really think I only
Slightly
had like
Cursed makes a
3 or
good
4
point. There's like flea markets around this area actually that we found some good price Bakugan at.
Oh sure,
So like but it's at the time when you're a kid and you're just like, $10 is the world. It's like, holy crap! Like I can't like, what am I going to spend like $20 on getting just one of these things?
Of 9 cards for $4, maybe 5 now with inflation, but or I could spend $10 on one figure.
One Bakugan.
Yeah,
and then
right.
you have like these Super
One
7
Bakugan.
sets that are like $35.
And that was a whole other thing where I was like,
I could get a
Bakugan.
single that changes my meta game.
I was already becoming against Warhammer properties because of Bakugan, right? Because you ever played Warhammer? It's like the same thing. Where like you have to buy the figurines in order to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So like it's one of those things where like if you wanted to get like a better set or a better guy, it wasn't about how you played or where randomness or anything. It was just
what
you paid a lot of money. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, most card games are the same way too. Like it's definitely Yu-Gi-Oh is certainly been the
fair,
case.
yeah,
whatever you can. Whatever you can drop down of Konami, like ups like the rarity of a card from like Japan to America because they know America's gonna shill it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna make this rarity, and you're gonna spend $150 on it if you want to compete.
Good luck, have fun, GLHF.
So
Name of the game, baby.
That is the name of the game.
All right,
Still
well.
obsessed.
Appreciate that. Good question. Chat, feel free to pop in your favorite superpowers in the chat. Always.
Oh, I don't
hear
get
it.
to answer?
So,
Fuck you,
right.
nigga.
You didn't get to answer. Right.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Go ahead.
Everyone fucking hates me.
No, that's true.
You're
I'm
all
sorry.
watching
I
and
revealed it,
waiting
yeah.
for my downfall.
Is it happening yet?
fuck you.
Go put on.
How did I know he was gonna say
Go
something?
put on
Fuck
the
you, JC.
bathrobe and go take a look at that meteorite and tell us what powers
Okay, I
you
can
got.
put on my
What's
bathrobe.
underneath? Yeah.
Meteor sounds.
Is it D's nut
Hits the
powers? That's great.
My power. Okay, let me think. How would I call it? My power would be called fuck, what's the word? Where it's like, okay, I got it. It'd be sound telekinesis.
Sound telekinesis?
What does that mean? I'll explain it to you.
You mean like
nigga.
audio wave manipulation?
Yes.
All right.
Audio waves, nigga. Sound.
Okay.
It enhances me. I can hear it. I can feel it in a different way than others don't. You feel what I'm saying? I can use them as blasts. You know what I'm saying? I can hear shit all over the city. I can use them to fly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
right.
like vibe.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. On top of that, right? On top of that, hold on. Right? Say I'm in a real serious fight. Oh, I'm getting fucked up right now. Oh shit. Oh, all I gotta do, pull out my MP3 player, play my favorite song. Don't stop, pop that pussy, don't stop. Play that shit. Power up, nigga. Every song in my playlist is a different power up, nigga. Suck my dick. I'm the strongest nigga on earth.
That's kind of some Superman shit, though. Like
no, it's not. It's not.
Because it's like if you have a different power with every
I'm not
song,
invulnerable.
That's like you have like a
bullet.
So it's like Ben 10 powers kind of, but like you got like a playlist. You got like a magical alien playlist.
You got all right.
Yeah.
What's your what's your biggest weakness?
Ben 10 turns into with the gray matter, right?
Yeah.
He's dead in all forms. So it's not really the same thing, right?
I
may have super strength. I may have super strength, right, in my playlist of songs, but you still shoot me with a bullet, it's still gonna hurt, and I'm still gonna fall. I'm not invulnerable, nigga. I can't you know what I'm saying? I'm not going. I guess
Superman shit. Because you have every power. You just have like it at your fingertips. You can just be like,
not every power. It's like it'd be like
I'm gonna download YouTube.
It'd be like this, right? Like say I play I play Darude Sandstorm, right? Yeah. And then I just get really good at like sword play. I feel like that's a song that sounds like it would play during like a really cool like sword fight.
Okay.
So like it's like shit like that. It'd be shit that like I relate to in the song. That's why it's my playlist. It's not just any song. Oh, I heard this song again, super strength.
Damn,
Nah,
I
it
wish
had to
I
be
thought of that. That's a really
situational.
good idea.
to
It's a
my
good power.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah,
to
yeah.
how I feel.
So you have like super sensory adaptability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
compared
might
to,
play
like,
one
yeah,
song. Oh, I'm feeling turned up. Now I got super speed. Nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Could it be that you're super AK like supersonic almost? Can
Yeah,
we
yeah.
share? Just something completely like God tier, S tier for lack of better terms. I don't know.
Shall,
Share would be the one for me. I feel like it just should be something like so like we don't touch said person's music. And yeah.
Is it Bonnie Tyler's "I Need a Hero"? Because I know that's like a song that I will tear
That's
down
like
castles
the
to.
track that plays in like the
Yeah.
pilot episode to really crank it up, like Naruto's like first episode
Yeah.
of like
Yeah. first
first time Shadow Clone Jutsu, like that's the song that you would
When
use.
the
And you
theme
can
song
use it again
comes
in
in.
the future.
Yeah.
But that's like your pilot song of like
what
this is what's
song?
gonna help us win.
Okay, crazy answer. But The Way You Make Me Feel by Michael Jackson.
Interesting choice.
Cause like it's just such a feel good song. Like you would just feel good as fuck. Like you just would be like nothing. Like
Then
you wouldn't be
only fights
invulnerable.
in Michael Jackson.
You wouldn't be invulnerable, but like you would be like so on beat that like nothing would be able
But
to
you
touch
got to
you.
be
You
spinning
get what I'm
and
saying?
hooing and hawing and all that.
It
kinds
would.
of
It'd
stuff.
be like
yeah.
you'd be at peak performance, basically. Peak strength, peak speed, peak reflexes. Like you're not invincible, but like you're so like nice with it, with the shits that like you're dodging shit. You're ultra instinct.
Love
basically.
the answer. Beat it instead.
Okay, I could concede. I could concede.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, on that note, I think this is a good time to move on to our final topic here for tonight. The true make or breaker. We're going to do a tier list, everybody, with our special guest, Merrick Henry. And something that we've touched upon a little bit, but I don't think we ever like addressed specifically, is that, Merrick, you have an affinity for like superhero types. Is that correct to say?
As the geeky pop star, yes.
Yes, hell yeah, because it's true. You've built a lot of your status and image around that, which is wicked cool, and you always have an immaculate like outfit choice, usually based around some kind of superhero, and which is or villain as well, which is just always.
This is
on point.
Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, look at that! You even got the Shang-Chi on. That's amazing right there. I asked him if he was
I
wearing
had
a
to pull up
Madam
the royal
Web
guard for this
outfit.
show. You kidding?
When I walked in, yeah, that's true. It's true. I appreciate that.
S tier drip.
It's tier drip. S tier drip.
You could say he's drip maxing.
So with that, we wanted to do a
sounds
tier
dirty.
list tonight of superheroes. So I have pulled together a list of 21 of the most popular superheroes just down here as an image goes. I added Ben 10 when we were talking
I was gonna
about
say
that.
that
'cause-
was not there an hour ago.
yeah, I added that when we were talking about it because I was
Oh,
like,
wait,
all right,
we
cool,
can
I
add
put that-
shit?
Oh
All right.
yeah, so I
All right,
can
add,
I can add anything right now. So I will say,
let's
let me
go.
just go through who I have
who's
right
there
now.
first? Yeah.
Yeah, let's go through who I have right now, and then we can add more. We can always add more at any time. I have Google Images open, so we can just throw some stuff. So these are the 21 most popular superheroes as far as I've seen online right now. So we got Captain America, we got the Hulk, we've got Plastic Man, we've got the Human Torch, we've got Aquaman, we've got Martian Manhunter, we got Batman, we got the Punisher, we've got Iron Man, we've got Venom, we've got Daredevil, we've got Superman, we've got Supergirl, we got the Flash, Deadpool, Thor, Nightwing, Spider-Man, The Thing, Wolverine, Green Arrow, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, but we can do any of the Green Lanterns really. I don't mind. And Benjamin Tenjamin.
Add in one more.
Yeah, pop
Because
in.
it's me, and for those that know me, yes, I love my DC and I love my Marvel, but Power Rangers is my number one, so we have to include.
I knew
Green
you were
Ranger.
gonna say that.
Yes, Green
I literally
Ranger.
said that.
Yes.
I said that. Didn't I say that to you this week? I was like, bro,
I think so, yeah.
he's gonna want to talk about Power Rangers for sure. I know that.
I'm not gonna put in multiple Ranger forms because that's like not. I don't think that's fair either. Like even though that is
I
what,
did this one.
even though Tommy can do that
Yep.
in continuity, he can switch between his Rangers. I would.
Oh yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, the Green Ranger, from what I understand, is probably one of the coolest, right? Like, has one of the coolest sort of like backstories and setup. I don't understand too much about Power Rangers, unfortunately, but
he has a musical flute as his dagger. Like,
yeah, which
he has
I always was
a
like,
giant dragon robot that shoots rockets from its fingers.
Dope.
great.
It's the best outfit. Like, yeah.
All right, perfect. Great. Got the Green Ranger on there.
Let me
Thank
get
you.
I'm gonna drop like 3 on you just off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
go ahead.
Just cause like goats. Give me let me get Shazam in this bitch.
Yeah. Shazam.
Let me get Shazam in this bitch. Let me get
I'm not gonna lie. I for some reason thought you said Shazam.
I wish I did, because I do actually like Shazam a lot. And I'm gonna do the comic.
Yeah, don't put this corny ass.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
That
of
is
Zachary
not my
Levi.
Shazam.
This guy here.
Honestly, he was pretty corny at Fan Expo Boston.
Oh,
You
yeah.
met him?
I had to go for my performance that day. I had to go meet in with Tech, and he was on stage,
Oh wow.
and it was just a little too preachy
Oh,
for my
yeah.
taste. Which
Yeah.
is a shame, because he is a great Shazam. Mm-hmm. Honestly,
He was
perfect
an
casting.
alright Shazam.
Well, I gotta say, I really liked him
I
in
only
the
saw
first
the first movie.
I heard
The
the
first
second
one-
movie, they turned it way up. So he was just, because what I heard the
no.
problem was the second movie is that Billy Batson is now, what, like he's like 18 essentially? He's like,
Yeah.
And the story revolves around sort of dealing with that separation anxiety, where like a lot of his siblings are going to go off do other things. He's about to like go off and do big things as well. And it should have been about him sort of like dealing with that, but like Zachary Levi played it like he was like 6 years old essentially, whereas the Billy Batson is playing it like a little older. So, and I also saw too,
That's wild.
separate from that is Zachary Levi kind of went on a bit of a rant tangent afterwards about the movie when it came out, and kind of pulled a Dwayne Johnson and was just kind of like, oh, this movie was bad because like, or it wasn't bad, it was just you guys didn't like it, and like don't believe the critics and like all this stuff. And a lot of people, I think the critics that I saw were all saying like it wasn't terrible. It was just clear that there was so many different studio hoo-has and whatnots that just kind of jumbled
dude,
it, you know?
just like
And the story that you probably wanted to work towards, you couldn't, because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had a ball hold.
Oh, that was the worst thing.
What the franchise, or the overall franchise, could do. So,
dude, and that movie
matters.
sucked too.
I put Black Adam on here.
It was all right.
Nah, keep that nigga
Black
off.
Adam movie-
Keep that nigga
no,
off
'cause
the
just
list.
so we can
no,
put him on
no,
the
no,
bottom.
no,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no.
come on.
I don't even want to look at him, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Wait. Before you do, like, so where are we going as far as like power sets? Who wins? Is it preference? Because like
Yeah.
you've got Shazam and Black Adam and Superman. They are S tier, so it's like, what are we doing?
I think what we're doing here is we're gonna base
This is a
it
great
on
question.
who we think are. So the criteria is very simple and can be explored by each of us through argument, right? It's who's the best superhero and why, right? And I think there's different reasonings as to why we can sort of like level
can't
them
just be
above
power
each other.
sets.
Exactly. So
Right.
it's
It's a
because like for instance, I would say
culmination
that
of-
like
right.
Spider-Man, for instance, is one of my favorite, not because of like I think he would beat everybody, but because he's got like, you know, in my opinion, some of the best stories and the best villains. And
Rogues
like,
Gallery has to matter.
Great depth in character.
I know Venom is a bit more of a hero in recent memory, but I don't know if I would put him as in for sake of conversation, because we have so many others.
yeah. Because we have some
But
anti-heroes.
I love the character. Not even necessarily
Yeah.
Eddie Brock. I like the symbiote the most, but I don't know if I'd necessarily put him in.
yeah,
Let's
fair
also
enough.
get
Yeah, so
let
we
me
don't
get
have to
And even Black Adam is more anti-hero, so
Yeah.
like,
He's like same thing as Venom, right? He's become hero in recent memory, but I think he's always been in his best as a villain, you know. And like in my opinion with Venom, I like him playing the anti-hero role, but like, you know, in his own way. I don't feel like they've been able to kind of tap into in some comics.
I think we need
Yeah.
more time. And
Yeah.
Black Adam is a very interesting character. And when they announced, you know, a film property behind it, I got it. It makes more sense than Venom, honestly. But
No, that
so
does.
I
the
wouldn't
best
include him.
part of the movie was the ending where we did get the scene of him sitting on the throne and it looked cool as fuck.
No question.
And then he smashed it and it was all for nothing.
I did like that he finally got the chance to tell somebody his cool catchphrase before he killed them, instead of killing them after saying or saying the catchphrase after he killed them.
What was
you
the
know, that
stupid ass
cool.
shit he said?
It was telling the man in black set you, which is it's all references. The whole movie. That movie has no original parts to it. Anything that I liked about that movie, I liked in other movies, or I liked in other properties. I like watching Dwayne Johnson smash up stuff and be really arrogant, but that's because I like wrestling. And like, you know what I mean? So it's one of those deals where like, anything I enjoyed of that movie, I recognized. I was like, oh, this just reminds me of like my favorite stupid mid-2000s comic book films. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got Spider-Man on there, yeah?
I do, of course. Yeah.
Spider-Man. Let me get Booster Gold.
Oh yeah, Booster Gold. What were you gonna say, Merrick? Please.
I was gonna say, I think maybe Booster Gold's a little too C-list for this, but
Let's see where AK are using.
I saw one of our commenters say that more X-Men need to be included, and I do agree.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, more
I
X-Men.
think Storm should be put on there. I don't want to put on
Yep.
all of them because, like, you can, it's a team. You can go off.
Core.
I would put Storm, and I would say as like a personal wild card.
I'm such a moron.
Give me fucking
No,
Cloud.
I think it's the second one.
Storm. Yeah, it's true. It's this
Yeah,
one.
no,
It's
it's
the, no,
that
there
one.
it is. There's Storm right there, making
Yeah.
the storm.
No, she's in
Yeah.
the middle of New York with a red umbrella.
Oh my word, yeah. I was like, what was I expecting? Yeah.
Bro got confused at first.
I was. It took me a second too. I literally was like, huh? Like,
My personal wild card is Beast.
oh, Beast is actually one of my personal favorites. Best Beast. Oh, Tyler
Static
Notting brings
Shock,
up a great
that's a
point.
great one.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, we can go sit down the rabbit hole. All right, include everyone from the vault.
Yeah, truly. All right,
Like,
we won't add too
I'm
many
still
more
upset that
on,
you're
but
saying Booster Gold is C tier, bro.
I'm general audience.
if you're adding Booster Gold, I'm gonna add Blue Beetle.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
and Blue Beetle I would put
And then
higher
Titans.
up just because of the movie.
Titans. Fair. Let's get Beast Boy. You already had Nightwing
we
on
got
there.
Nightwing.
Yeah, we got Nightwing, yeah.
Nightwing isn't. He's not like the face of the Teen Titans. Like when you think of the Teen
What?
Titans, you don't think it's Nightwing, do you?
What? Dick Grayson has been the face of the Teen Titans since the Teen Titans were the Teen Titans.
I mean, that's what they write, but like when you think of the Teen Titans,
That's what
bro,
they want you
that's
to
what
think.
they want.
that's
That's
what
exactly
they
what
write
it
in the
sounded like.
book. He's the leader of the group. But
That's
I'm saying,
exactly what
like,
Marv
not
Wolfman
Teen
wants
Titans.
you to
when
think.
you
Yeah.
think of when you think of the Teen Titans, like you close your eyes and you think of the green nigga who turn into other green animals, nigga. Like he just cool as he's. You know what I'm saying? Am I
Beast
tripping?
Boy, yeah. What about Cyborg? I mean, Sean brings up a great point. What about Cyborg? Yeah.
Cyborg.
Cyborg
Valid.
is your one Teen Titans representative, and even then, he's become so much more of a Justice League.
Yeah.
Which
he's a Justice
I
Leaguer
prefer
now,
him as
pretty
like a
much.
Teen Titans guy. Like
I
I
do
want him
too.
to. I like him as like because him and Starfire have kind of become like in some comics they become like sort of the foundation of the Teen Titans. Like whereas other people shuffle through, they kind of stick around. Teen Titans, but only the ones from Teen Titans go. You're right.
The thing
TC,
is, they're not teens anymore, so they can't really be on the Teen Titans. They're like a.
Well, that's why
you know
they
what I
have
mean?
they have a team called the Titans now in the comics, which are pretty much
Right.
that, which are really cool. I enjoy
There's-
because I like
yeah.
Wally West as the Flash also too. He's one of my personal favorites. So like that team: Wally West, Dick Grayson, Donna Troy, Cyborg,
Aren't they
Starfire.
all like graduating now? Like Donna Troy.
Oh, they're all like. I mean,
She's basically Wonder Woman now.
Wait, did we not? Iron Man's on there, right?
Yeah. Iron Man's on there.
All right, we should put at least one Guardian of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah. I mean, do we
Really?
just want to put them as a
you
team
think,
though.
All right, but you want to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy, but not Booster Gold? Come on now,
Bro.
God.
I mean, Guardians
Bro.
have way more notoriety right at this point.
Yeah,
than
but like
Booster
they're
Gold, yeah.
whack.
Did you ever think we'd grow up
I'm
in a
gonna put 'em as
world
a
where
team.
people would know what Rocket Raccoon even is?
Yeah, but like in
and a
comparison,
fucking
bro.
talking tree?
In comparison,
Yeah,
like,
as a
We're
team, I
beautiful
agree,
age of
Sean. Yeah.
superhero.
in comparison, it's not as cool, bro.
Well, see, I like as somebody who grew up reading the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's fun. It's awesome because I actually got into comics right around like 2005 or 4. Like when I was watching Spider-Man 2 like all the time, and I was reading the Guardians comics, and when they announced the movie, I was like, oh fuck, like this is it's gonna be such a crazy thing to adapt, and like it's cool because it's obscure. You know what I mean? And then when it came out.
It was the gamble
they
franchise
nailed it.
going in.
Oh, it was awesome. Like they did such a great job, I think. Like,
And so many people like prefer them over the Avengers movies. And
Yeah.
to each your own, I get it, but like it's kind of crazy to me that that's
Booster Gold is better.
That's what it is.
Well, we can decide this in the tier list. So let's.
If we had to pick one,
I'm gonna upload all these extra ones I've got here.
sure. I would say either Star-Lord or Rocket.
I think Chan popped in, and I agree with Chan. I might add them as a team because I feel like they do serve as a unit in
They
that
really
way.
do.
Yeah. So like we
really
could
do.
talk about them individually, but I don't think they.
I think
in
it's the
my
right move.
opinion,
I think
they
it's the right
don't.
move.
Yeah, because they don't like. I don't like them usually when they're by themselves, if that makes sense.
Whack.
Right? Yeah.
See? So how you finna...
Well, because
I'll
they just
save it.
they
I'll
don't
save
have
it for
their stories. It's like the Fantastic Four, right? I like the Fantastic Four,
suck.
but
They
I'm not
suck.
really a big fan of the characters as
Mid
individuals.
superhero team.
Except for
Four
the Thing.
only? Only 4 of them? You need more than 4 niggas to save the world, bro. I'm sorry.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You need more than 4 niggas to save the world.
Oh, this escalated.
Oh wow, yeah, this kind of grew.
Oh, wait, double.
Oh no, wait, I think I doubled this. Hold on.
Superman and Superman Prime. Batman of Earth 2.
How do I clear these? That's what I wanna know.
Caveman Batman. Cave Batman.
Whatever. These are my files. That's what I'm trying to pick. Bam.
Bam.
I think it added them all twice again. Here we go. Hold on. Let's start. Yeah, right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just set this up real quick.
Go for it.
Yeah, because I have everything ready to go. So, just gonna make a single-use template. Whatever. Here we go. And there we go. Okay.
There we
So
go.
not terrible. Yeah. But we do have a good amount of
It's good. It's
yeah,
solid. This is good.
Of tiers here. So, anyways, so go over it one more time. Well, actually, I think we can just go. So, as far as getting down this list goes, I think we should just go one by one and just arrange them on
Yeah,
the board.
let's go for it.
Because then we can determine based on position, right? Yeah. So, very first up, we have the Green Ranger here, which sounds like we're all in agreement. S tier,
A tier.
A tier.
A tier.
I could agree with A tier.
Bro. All right. Put him at A tier. And
You can always move him.
When we get to an S, I'll tell you why. Because I don't want to. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not saying S tier for him.
Okay.
I'm thinking just in terms of like, because again, it's Power Rangers. The
Yep.
better stories have really been in the comics within the last decade with him and Tommy, and just the show is never designed for like long form storytelling. So like it's kind of
Yeah.
unfair in that regard. Power Set though, always going to be badass. Always best in green.
Dynamic moments,
And
right?
also, again, I just have to throw this out there. So grateful that I actually got to meet him.
Wicked cool.
Oh, yeah.
In 2022,
Go.
which is crazy.
Wow.
That I even got to. It was
Go.
just a few months before he passed too.
Oh wow, seriously, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Mashallah.
So
Seriously.
no, I think A is good.
All right, cool. All right,
I just had
so
to think about it for a second, like, but
yeah,
you know.
yeah, shake it around. So
Yeah.
all right, cool. Well, on that note, next we have Captain America. What do we think? Oh, JCito's right. The Crimson
We,
Chin is
we
not
forgot
here.
the Crimson Chin. Yeah.
There
That's
goes
fine.
the Crimson
Fucked up.
Chin.
We forgot the Crimson
Yeah,
Chin.
true.
The clip with I want to make sure I say this crystal clearly. Nega chin.
I was about to say.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
What did he say?
What is he saying?
Had to make sure that I.
Oh, truly.
What he say?
Oh, it's so
yeah,
funny.
Cap.
So Captain America, what do we think?
I'm cool with A tier on that too. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I'm nervous
like,
we're gonna get into this ditch of A tier.
Nah, I
S
won't
tier.
let that happen, bro.
I'm
'Cause the
thinking
thing with-
maybe B tier with
Yeah,
Captain
that's why I was floating
America.
between A and B. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, because the thing with Cap is that like he's not that interesting, like power wise, even story wise. It's not like very riveting.
There's
Any
two
story with Cap in 1945 is not going to cut it for me. He
Yeah.
is interesting as the man out of time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. Any war stories, it's just like we've seen it. You can read like Sergeant Rock.
it's
or
It's a
something.
simpler
whatever.
time.
Yeah.
You know, like add complexity to a simple person.
And I'll be honest,
Yeah,
like,
Sean says B. Yeah.
like the first movie, even the second movie to me are just like they could not exist. And the entire Avengers like MCU shit would all be fine. Like in my not like
Winter
there'd
Soldier?
there'd be some patching
Winter
that
Soldier
would
was
have to
huge.
Winter Soldier you could put that
influential
Winter
superhero
Soldier
movie
you
of
could
all
put that at the beginning. You could put a lot of the Winter Soldier stuff into the Iron Man movies.
No,
Yes, you
that
can,
was a
bro.
super Cap. Like I
Yes,
gotta
you can, bro.
maybe Cap 3 Civil War, but like Cap
Bro,
2
you
Winter
can
Soldier.
put a majority of the Winter Soldier
it's one of the best
storyline
movies.
into the Iron Man movies, namely Iron Man 1 and 2, but also with Captain America, he should like the Avengers should just be his movie. He doesn't need to be, you know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
I hear what you're saying because I
I gotta
agree with
disagree with
what,
that
well,
one.
what I would
Come
say
on,
is
bro.
what I would say is that I think that Captain America is often best when he's in opposition to something, right? He's either in support or in opposition to something. Like for instance, one of my favorite superhero pairings of all time is Captain America, Deadpool, and Wolverine. When the three of them team up and hang out, it's hilarious, it's action-packed, it's heartfelt, because they all have a lot of connections, they all have a lot of history, they all have a lot of funny emotions, and they interact very well. But, like, at that point,
sorry,
I'm not usually... Sorry, go ahead, what?
I have to cut you off. Sean just said some crazy shit.
Cat
He
movie
said
shits on Iron
movie
movies?
shits on Iron Man movie for movie. That's not true. Captain America movie, mid compared to Iron Man 1, mid. Captain America 2.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Captain
that's
America,
fair.
the Iron Man 2 movie, so fire compared to Cap 2, mid. Throw it out.
Whoa,
Iron
no,
Man
I gotta
3,
pump
yeah,
the
throw it
brakes
out,
on that
throw it
one.
out, throw it out.
Iron Man 2
It's good.
is, like,
It's still
fine.
good. Throw it
It's
out.
not
Iron Man
terrible.
Iron Man 2 is basically a pre-Avengers movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's not...
And that's
it's kind of
bad.
a...
Why?
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm all here
Okay,
for seeing
it's
War
great.
Machine.
We love world
But
building.
But Winter Soldier is...
Is one of the best. It's just... It's like... It's,
Again,
it's a
my
hard
thoughts
comparison.
my thoughts on Winter Soldier are like not great. Like
gotta
a
watch
lot
Winter
of that
Soldier again.
stuff.
Are you not into the spy
I recently
thing?
watched it. Like, it's all right.
Agree to disagree on that
Like a
one,
lot of the
honestly.
stuff on the story, like you could layer that within like the Avengers movies, Iron Man movies.
Now,
Like,
I
it's
will
just-
say with Civil War, that is basically Avengers 2.5.
Here, here.
And it's not necessarily just a Cap movie that matters. And it is vastly different to Iron Man 3. And it's actually aged better now than
Yeah.
when it was initially first released.
Yeah.
I'll say that's my favorite Marvel movie.
Iron
So-
Man 3.
The Cap
3.
The Cap 3. That's my favorite Marvel movie. So
Sure.
what I was gonna say is that Cap 3, that shits on Iron Man 3 by a long shot. By a long shot. But the first two Iron Man movies are fucking gold. They are fucking diamond tier in my eyes.
Iron Man
That's
1
what I'm
has something
saying.
special. But anyways, I guess the point of it, like, as far as even removed from the movies, like, as far as a character goes, right, Captain America, I think that the best stories that I've experienced with him is, again, when he's sort of like either a supporting force or an antagonistic force, but like there's some other question or ideal that he needs to strive for, whether it's like sort of like a civil ideal or a
Where he gets
superhero
to
type
showcase
ideal.
his conscience.
Exactly.
And his morality.
And they have to
decisions.
challenge him. Like, the best stories are like the ones where he's like, Captain America wants to do this. What do you want to do? Are
Yeah.
you America or Americans? You know? And that's why I like him. But as a character, I'm not typically like rushing out to see him. I like when I see him in things, but I'm not like, oh, I want to go get that Captain
Like, bro,
America. Yeah.
I'd put him at B.
I put
Yeah.
him at B, and I agree too. Like when I heard they were Captain America movie, bro.
It's
Look
like
up when
his,
the
like, torso.
first Captain America movie came out. Do me a
This is
favor.
2011.
2011.
Yeah.
I just watched it in 2022. Like that's how long it took me to watch it because I dead ass do not care about Captain America in any way. Like I can recognize that he's cool, he's pivotal to the franchise, his story, everything that he is as a whole. But to me, like I could give a fuck about this nigga wearing red, white, and blue with a shield.
I will say, bro, sitting in the movie theater and seeing that first Avengers trailer for the first time as the post credits, you don't have any idea how much that hit in 2011 when we didn't know what a phase was in the MCU.
Yep.
I'm not, and obviously
Nobody
this is
connected
mostly
movies
separate.
before. Nobody connected movies. Like
The
it's
fact that
just-
we were actually
yeah.
getting that damn thing. Now, mind you, mostly that's unrelated to Captain America. That's hype for Avengers. I understand that. It was a good movie for what it is. I think it's aged better now because the writing has stayed the most consistent amongst that trilogy, and then those same writers carried over to the last two Avengers.
And like I can respect what those films are and what they do for the story, because I really the thing that I love the most about media is world building, universe building. So I love the direction that Marvel went after these films, like with this conception. They started something and it's where we are now.
That's
so
crazy.
I love them. I love that. But
Winter Soldier.
me personally, bro, like
So-
they could have picked any other man.
Watch that one again. Watch that one again.
No, didn't
so-
like it.
I will say, fair enough. Agree to disagree. Moving forward here, because I wanna jump around and see if we can get a few of these on the board.
Let's go Plastic Man.
Yeah, I was
Plastic Man.
gonna say
I
Plastic
want to hear
Man.
what you guys think.
Oh man,
Plastic Man is broken.
He's broken. Like I have to agree that not only are Plastic Man stories usually the best stories, Plastic
put him
Man
at
is a
A.
broken character. I would even argue for S at some point, because I've never seen Plastic Man get defeated in any way. Because not only is he funny, interesting, creative, and I'm excited whenever he appears in anything.
He's funny as shit.
He's got like
I put him at A.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Because he
Hey,
doesn't
yeah.
have like an
For the silly
established
reasons,
history. Yeah. Because you're right. It's like if you're trying to be like, oh, I'm a serious Plastic Man fan, it'd be like, what, you like the '40s comics or what? Like, or did you like that one 6-issue run they did in 2012?
I will say,
like,
I love, and unfortunately, they ended up fucking cutting his role out of his show and dropping that fucking actor because he did some wild shit. I don't remember. But
that was in The
loved-
Flash.
Not Plastic Man.
yeah.
That's not Plastic Man?
No, that's the elongated man.
You're
He's-
right.
And if you
Like-
ask both
wait,
of them,
wait,
there is a
there's
difference.
a difference?
Yeah, there is a difference. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Well, 'cause
there's a
Plastic
difference, but they're
Man-
the same nigga.
Yeah,
wait.
kind of. Plastic Man.
no,
how
no,
I've
they're
heard
not
this,
kind of. They're
how-
the same.
elongated
Stop.
man can't
It's the
transform
same-
into things.
Yes, he
that's the
can.
difference. No, because Plastic Man
Depends
can
on what you
like.
read.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's what I've heard. The difference is that
Everything
elongated
I've read
man
that he
is
can't.
just about stretching. You know, and then like because it
They're
depends on
pretty
like
close.
what side of the Mr. Fantastic train you fall on.
Because
you know what
hold
I mean?
on, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't he's done like face changing shit before? Like
in the
he's
show, yeah.
in comics too. I swear on my mother. Well, not on my mother. Don't put that on my mom.
He wiggles his nose when he gets a mystery. He's like, "Woo! I got a
Damn.
nose. I got a mystery." Woo!
I'm sorry, Luke,
you know.
one more time?
He goes, "Woo! I
Thank
got a
you.
mystery." Woo!
But yeah,
He didn't
still,
do that in
love
the show, which pissed me off.
But yeah, no, he screwed himself over on the show. That's,
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Great.
that was that actor.
He could have had his own
wow.
show, man.
They really were. I remember they were gearing up for it. They were like hoping to spin off for him because
He
they
coulda
were
had
going to
his
spin
own
off with
show,
Vibe,
man.
but he didn't have the
He didn't
sort
have
of following.
No, that was never
Yeah.
gonna happen.
So
Vibe?
all right.
Are you kidding me?
So now the question
So my
remains:
girl
is
calls her
Plastic
vibrator.
Man above or beyond the Green Ranger? Which I would say maybe below, just because I feel like the Green Ranger maybe has more like, you know, again, Plastic Man's very fun and he's interesting and he's
Right.
OP as hell.
Hold on
but-
one moment. Just before we go into
Pop
like
in.
the nitty gritty of the list, let's keep adding and putting them in the tiers.
And then
we
we'll
can
mix
pick
it
the order.
around. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. All right, next up, why don't we do Daredevil here? I heard Sean talking about Daredevil earlier,
See.
so I'm very curious to see where we would pop that guy in.
Sorry, Sean. See.
C for Daredevil? Are you serious, dog?
He's just like okay. I don't know if we're thinking about this like in depth, but like okay, if you put Daredevil up against any of these three niggas, he's dying within 20 minutes.
No, he's beat. Like,
No, he's dying,
He's beat
bro.
Captain America before. I think almost maybe.
Nigga.
I don't think anyone technically beats Captain America. But like,
nigga. That's nigga.
yeah, watch his show. That's what Sean's saying. Like, yeah.
I watched his show, bro. I watched it. He's getting washed.
Merrick, what do you think?
I would put Daredevil at B.
Yeah. Okay. I think B is a little bit more charitable because he's definitely being
think
a
he's
street
cool.
level villain. Street villain. Excuse me. He was a villain at one point. The street level hero. He's like, you know, not necessarily tanking a lot of these other guys, and he's not getting involved with shit like Plastic Man's getting involved with. That's for sure. You know.
We're
what I mean?
not
So-
but I'm saying like just fight for fight. I don't know if anyone else is thinking that,
My
but even like
personal criteria really isn't even power related or like who would win against it. It's really kind of just like it feels more like impact to me.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like
I'm
kind
hit.
of cultural.
Cultural impact, which I could, because I would argue that
Which is
while
even
Daredevil's
still too
popular,
vague, but like
Right.
that's where
Yeah.
I've always classified a lot of my roles as like, or my heroes
See,
as like how well do they resonate with the general audience? Which is
I like
why
that.
I would
I'm on
put
that
Captain
as
America
well,
at B.
but I'm
Yeah.
also factoring in like their powers based on like I said, like just looking at B right there, Captain America and Daredevil. I want to say Captain America would wash him. Straight fight, 20 minutes. No one else is getting in. No plot armor. Just two niggas fighting, bro. That nigga has super soldier serum in his blood. You're telling me the blind nigga
Okay, but
is
also
washing him.
like Captain America was trained by the U.S. Army to fight. Like Daredevil was trained by ninjas. I'm sorry,
Bro,
like, and he was also trained by a blind
super
master.
soldier serum running through his blood. He has actual powers.
If you hit really hard, you still can't dodge like Muhammad Ali. Then that's not going to make a difference.
But
you know
he's
what
got
I mean?
he's got
if you because here's the thing about that, right?
To back that up though.
I would argue that like his sensory abilities would make for and I think Merrick's right too. We shouldn't get too far into the minutia
sure,
of this
yeah.
like B for B.
For sure.
But
And
you
it's
know,
okay, different
yeah.
criteria. If you're like more like a who's fighting who, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
more cultural impact.
But I like that
you know?
though because I think that's what we're talking about here is like what are these superheroes? What have they had
Like,
an
what are your
impact on
favorites?
us? Yeah, yeah,
Radar
exactly. What are your
sense, bro.
favorites?
Favorites list, you know.
Yeah. All right,
Can we
so
jump ahead actually to
Yeah,
just
please.
Thing and
Bro,
kind of put him as like the
Daredevil-
full
Daredevil-
Fantastic Four? I would put
Yeah.
all of that as at C.
the Fantastic Four. See, I'm going to
Hold on,
represent
let
that
me
with
just make
Johnny
sure real
Storm
quick.
because I don't like Johnny Storm.
Oh, Daredevil as you put in Human
Daredevil.
Torch.
Yeah, because I separated the Thing and Johnny Storm because personally, the Thing for me is a B
The
tier.
Thing for me
The Thing for
is
me
with the
is
Thing.
Hold on, okay, real quick.
But
Can I just say something
Johnny
real quick?
Storm is C D. I don't like the Fantastic Four much, but I do like the Thing because I just like a big rock monster guy who's just like, hey, I'm a wise guy.
Sure.
You know.
Let me say something real quick. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Hold on. What did
Sorry,
Sean
yeah,
just say?
no, I didn't help. Yeah.
Well, hold on to that. I'll just say.
Oh, I remember. My fault. My fault. Sorry.
I knew that would work.
All right, nice.
How good is this nigga's radar sense if every time he links Wilson Fisk, he's getting washed?
Daredevil?
Yes.
Yeah,
Every
no, I
time
mean-
he leaves the crib, he's getting fucking washed. Literally every time it goes back to his crib. He's getting fucking washed by a big nigga with no powers. You're telling me a radar sense is stopping shield? He's a brawler, bro. So is Captain America, and he has powers and a shield, nigga. Radar sense is not stopping shit. Anyway,
We'll come back to that.
I
one.
will. Let me just also add this
Yeah.
too, as far as like cultural impact of like my criteria. Villains do play a role in this too.
Yeah.
For
What is
sure.
your rogues gallery?
for sure.
Daredevil has a pretty
He
good
has a
one,
nice rogues gallery,
but
yeah.
not like I mean, because you got like Kingpin, you've got Egghead, the Owl,
Triad.
the Triad. Yeah, exactly. Obviously the hands.
that Asian bitch
you
name?
know, yeah. The Stiltman's
Bullseye,
a cool one. That's,
Punisher,
yeah.
kind of.
Purple
Bullseye.
Man,
Oh my god,
arguably
I
factors.
forgot about like
Purple
Bullseye,
Man
Punisher,
kind of
from
falls under
yeah.
the Daredevil line
Yep.
too. So
Yeah.
like that just partially matters, and that's
Yeah.
a large part of where the Fantastic Four goes
Electra.
for me.
Oh.
Doctor Doom is amazing.
Doctor Doom.
Doctor
yeah.
Doom is one of the greatest characters in
But
history.
the Rogues Gallery for Fantastic Four is still, man.
Yeah,
The
I couldn't
Mole
name
Man.
a
a
lot.
wizard. Don't
I
get me
couldn't
wrong.
name a lot.
They just
Annihilus.
announced the movie. They just announced the movie
Yep.
officially with the cast finally.
Is Michael B. Jordan in it still?
No,
Dang it.
it's some Zionist
No,
dude, but
nope.
like it's
A
there's
person
fucking
of
not
color
Zionism
is
again.
a part of the Fantastic Four, but they're not black.
yeah. But I will say the guy from the
What, are they
Bear,
Asian? What's
the
going on?
guy, the
Pedro
guy
Pascal.
from the yeah.
Who?
Pedro Pascal,
Eh?
Mr. Fantastic. Yeah.
I hate that already. Terrible movie,
Yeah.
yo. I'm not watching
Well,
it.
the guy from the Bear, who's like
send
the
Pedro
cousin
Pascal hate
guy, he's playing the Thing, which I think is great.
He
Is
was
inspired
also
by-
the Punisher.
The dude.
Oh, really? Yeah.
He was the guy behind the desk, basically. I can't remember his name, but he was like a main cast member on the show.
Shit,
You're talking about.
Now that it's
you
canon.
said he was in The Bear?
Yeah, he's in the Bear. He's the cousin.
Jeremy Allen White?
Yeah, I love that show. It's a
No?
great show.
But not
yeah.
him.
No, he's
Not
not.
him.
Not
I
him.
was about to say.
He's playing the
Backrack.
cousin. Like, what's his name? Like, I forget his name.
I just want a different villain in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I want Doctor Doom to fight the Avengers. I want him to be like that level of
Yeah.
villain, but I
Well, you
wouldn't
have to
mind
have
getting
Doctor
someone
Doom be a
else.
cultural force. I want him to be established well before he's a villain. Like,
For
I
sure.
need him
Maybe
to
that-
be
Put him
like
in the film.
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
don't want him to be the only villain
Maybe-
again. It's like having
Yeah.
Lex Luthor repeatedly fight
Yeah.
Superman
Maybe
on
that
screen.
fantastic.
Like, we have characters.
Yeah.
You know?
maybe
I don't
the
know what- 'cause
Fantastic
the, like-
Four movie will line up him being a worldly threat. Because like you said, what's the name of the country he's the president
Latveria.
of? Latveria, right? He doesn't become a real problem to like the Avengers until he establishes control of Latveria fully.
Because he takes his time.
Maybe in that Fantastic Four movie he loses, but when he loses, he spins that in a way to gain control or whatever, you know.
I just don't want him to be the only antagonist.
But there's not, on that point, like, what else are you doing, Mole Man? You know what I mean? Like, there's not a whole lot of other, because they were gonna like in the
Mole Man.
Yeah, right. Well, because in the original, so here's the thing about like the Josh Trank Fan Four Stick movie. Is that I'm a proponent that could have been one of the best Fantastic Four movies if it weren't for everything that happened in it.
If it wasn't for it existing.
Yeah, exactly, which is unfortunate. Because I will say, I did hear that, like, so the guy who was supposed to play the leader in the MCU and never got the chance to play, he was supposed to play the Mole Man.
Yes.
In this one,
true.
yeah. And the villain wasn't supposed to be Doctor Doom. It was actually supposed to be Annihilus, like it should have been. Because it was the nth dimension and everything like that. And then it was just all these like cold feet studio changes and blah, 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 all these reshoots and everything that they ended up moving forward with that. And I would argue that if they stuck with the ultimate story, if they made it really, really dark, really like body horror-esque, and they had stuck with these weird sci-fi villains for the characters, then it could have been this very interesting take on that. But, you know, for me, I like the campiness of the Fantastic Four characters sometimes, but it's not, I'm with you. There's no impact. It's not that interesting. It's just kind of like, they're just kind of superheroes' first family. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh,
and
that's
I saw
cute.
in the comments, you know, Galactus, Silver Surfer, yes, they're Fantastic Four, but Galactus is...
He's a worldly threat.
Yeah. He's Avengers level threat.
He's an Avengers level threat.
I guess he's Fantastic Four, but like, put him in front of literally in the same way Doctor Doom, like Fantastic Four's main villains are just like better in front of everyone. And
he's a Phil Sheldon villain, actually. If you've ever read the Marvels, Phil Sheldon's a reporter.
Yep.
So
like if I had to even use a media example, if I'm going a little nerdy here, Damien Dark from the Arrow show was way better on Legends. Had continual runs there. And that's
season 2 of Legends was my favorite. When they're all standing on the moon and chortling in black leather, I was like, this is peak. Do this more.
Like Legion of Doom, you know? So just like some villains are just better in front of others.
Yeah.
Good.
Solomon Grundy is a Green Lantern villain. Do we consider Solomon Grundy a Green Lantern villain?
So good. Fuck.
He's mostly it's like Deathstroke, right? Deathstroke is technically a Teen Titans villain, but you know, he's a great Batman adversary. But like, but it doesn't matter, right? Do we have
characters just go everywhere, you know, and that's okay. But Rogues, Rogues kind of partially go. So I would just put all of Fantastic Four at C. And
I agree. I'm gonna put the Thing up to B because I like the Thing, but we're gonna represent the rest of the Fantastic Four with
Thing.
The Thing's great. He's just a big old dude, and he plays poker with Wolverine, and it's great.
Yeah,
it's
bro,
fun.
but he is not on the same level as Daredevil or Captain America. Come on, be real. No favoritisms here, bro.
Sorry, jumping around. Can we
Come
put Martian
on, bro, what the
Manhunter?
frick?
Oh, Martian Manhunter's a great one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I put him at C.
I'll let you guys take that
interesting choice. I would, because I hate to be
He's
sort of a
dope.
consistent on that one, but
You could go B or C.
oh,
with him,
actually,
honestly.
well, no, because I think given the criteria that we've set up before, I may put him at C only because that while
he's a great support.
Great supporting character, very interesting in what you can explore, but every single time I see the character, it's the same
Was
thing.
the reason I continued to watch Supergirl, and then it got really good.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Exactly. So I agree, because I think if we're talking about full cultural impact and like Rogues Gallery and everything like that.
My thing.
Well, because Martian Manhunter, I mean, if you name 2 Martian Manhunter villains right now.
His brother that I can never.
It's like Malekith or something, but I'm pretty sure that's the elf from Thor.
Yeah, Malekith is. I can't remember the name.
Malakakak or something. I saw Young Justice. That's the only reason I know it. Like it's
That's racist.
Yeah, it feels
Malakesh or
weirdly
some shit.
racist. But yeah, so that's where I agree. Like, because I was about to say, well, he kicks ass and he's very fun, and I like that he likes Oreos. But also, you know what? Given the fact that he's at his best when he's with the Justice League, usually tying them together.
Sure,
like Justice League International, one of my favorite runs of all time. Yeah. He would not. That run would be nothing without him. But that he would be nothing without that run. Not to say nothing as a character, but like,
Sure.
you know, if there was the same story exploring him with the same type of humor and whatever, it wouldn't be the same without, you know, the ensemble that he was a part of.
First possible S tier. Is anyone opposed to Deadpool going S tier?
Yes.
Ooh, interesting. No oppositions
Yes.
here.
Yes.
I am opposed.
You're opposed?
Where would you put him?
A.
Interesting. Why?
I could go with A.
Because as a I get why you would say that, because like culturally, yes, he's having this huge thing, etc.
Not even just because of the
not
trailer,
even just
just-
now. No, not even just now.
looks
He's
so
been
fucking
having
fire.
his thing for like 15 years. Long fucking time.
Yeah, and even just
But-
literally coming out of nowhere in
Yeah.
the same way like Harley Quinn did.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? Like not the same media way, but you get my point.
I just think it's too
Too high?
easy. It's too easy.
Sure.
It's too like of
I
course
think-
of course he's gonna be OP. He is the writer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of weirdos out there
is
that
such a
ruined
good comic and such a good story
Yeah.
because Deadpool personifies what the writer wants to do, not just the writer, but what the viewer want to do in that moment in time. So he's really great in that sense, and he's always fun read, etc. But as for S tier, is he pushing the pulse on like is Deadpool gonna be what? Is he gonna be the one that causes the next threat or solves the next threat, or is, you know what I mean?
Well,
he
here's-
is not that high up in the like hierarchy of his universe.
I'm
I-
convinced.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
put him
would I would say because like first off we have a few people in the chat coming in and saying S tier as well, so we've got a few votes coming in there as well.
Which
But
is also fair.
it's,
you know?
yeah, because votes count from the chat. I would say that like here's the thing about Deadpool. Why I would argue S tier, right, is because of the sheer impact that he's had as a character, right? Not many characters who were created to be sort of like side characters or, you know, essentially like one-offs and everything like that. Not that he was necessarily a one-off, but I don't think Rob Liefeld thought that he would be as popular as he was,
Of
right?
course.
And so seeing because I've read like pretty much all the Deadpool comics.
Sean, you're right.
And yeah. And that's it. So not only has he had an incredibly successful run where he basically created his own lore, right, with Cable and with the X-Men and everything like that, he's had successful individual comics, What If comics. He's created other lore outside of that. There's been
Right.
other stories and universes like the Monster World that was explored in the recent Deadpool run.
Yep.
Like I would argue that not only power-wise, impact-wise, rogue-wise, and popularity-wise, but also just from the fact that, like, you know, everybody knows Deadpool. And unfortunately, I will say this is, you know, I think it's kind of been co-opted like the Punisher as kind of a symbol for assholes in some way. But everybody
People
knows
kind
it.
of vibe with Deadpool more than a lot of other like general people. Like, oh yeah, Deadpool fire. Could care less about the Avengers stuff, but give me Deadpool.
Yeah, I love Deadpool. He's so cool
Sure.
and fun. So I would say that, like, if we're talking about all that kind of jazz, compared to a lot of the other heroes that we have here, Deadpool is one that I think the majority of people are going to recognize and say, oh yeah, he is right up there.
Let's circle back to Deadpool and
Let's
decide
circle
if
back.
he's either top of A or bottom of S.
I like that. So
And that's where I kind of go. So
where do we go
let's circle
next,
back.
Mary? Merrick, what do
Okay,
you
but
think?
here's
Yeah,
the thing. He killed the entire
the
Marvel
thing's already on
universe,
the
but
list.
like it still exists.
Well, that was no, it doesn't. That was the other. It was another one.
He killed the entire Marvel universe, nigga. It's still his impact. He can do whatever he wants, but his impact isn't. At least in that universe, like like the hierarchy of needs, right? Galactus comes tomorrow. Yeah, Deadpool's strong as fuck. He can talk, but they're not bringing him in.
Who's our D-lister?
You know, I was gonna throw out that. I think who we got
Aquaman.
here? Aquaman. Yeah, I think. I mean, the thing is like. Not to just play into the meme, but I do think.
Come on.
And so I have a controversial pick for a D-tier lister as well.
Wait till the third.
Yeah, truly, yeah, right. Like that's gonna happen. That'll
Trust
happen.
me. I'm seeing the vision. I'm seeing the
Oh,
vision.
man.
First movie they're pulling you in.
No, it's
second movie they knocking you down.
and then the third one's dead in the water.
Yeah.
there
The
you
third
go.
one is just it's just Jason Momoa floating back down for or back up for 2.5 hours, but with a spinning camera.
I will say, I really did like. I think, excuse me, was it the end of the Flash movie, that end cutscene where Aquaman is like mad drunk.
Yeah.
And Ezra's like, okay, my apartment's right there. And he's like, no, my house is right here. And he like lays face down in a puddle. He's like, this is my house.
I wish that he got the chance.
That shit
to,
was mad funny.
Be himself.
For sure.
You know, that would have been interesting. But like, I argue
Tommy was
that.
referring
I was
to
referring to
Deadpool,
Deadpool. Yeah. Oh, Deadpool 3 is gonna be insane.
No,
here's
that's
the
just gonna
thing.
be fire.
Aquaman, like,
Flash.
he. Not to play into the meme too far, because here's the thing: is I think people definitely come. I've heard Aquaman stans come back and be like, "Oh well, you just don't get it." Like, well, there's cool moments with him and stuff, and it's like it's not to say that he is exactly what the meme dictates, but it's just there.
Depends on the writing, depends on the situation.
Yeah.
There's a
I
reason
think
why Aquaman's
Namor's
a Justice
more-
Leaguer.
yeah.
You know, like
Exactly.
he matters, but
He matters, bro, but like only on Sundays and when you need to tell the kids to stop running by the pool. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I like Namor the Submariner better, because I like him because he's kind of he was a hero. He was one of Marvel's first heroes, but
Yeah.
then he became a villain. And
I'd
I just
still take
personally
Aquaman.
think, well, yeah,
Personally.
but I think Aquaman's always at his most interesting when the challenge is him versus his kingdom. You know what
Sure.
I mean? Like him versus the throne, him versus royalty, which I think Namor often has to contend with a lot more. You often see him swapping sides depending on like who needs to be a part of what, and he doesn't tend to justify himself, you know what I mean? Which I do like that about that character. He's more interesting in that regard, whereas Aquaman tends to be more kind of like straight and good for justice and all that kind of stuff. But the best
Loser.
interpretations of Aquaman have been more in line with what I was talking about. Like, I think the point where he's more about like, oh, I need to like grapple with the two worlds that I'm constantly at tow with, you know. So, like the Justice League cartoon was
I will
a great
say,
Aquaman. Yeah.
Huge Young Justice fan. It's probably like my favorite piece of media to come out.
it's hella strong.
Yeah, seriously.
Aqualad.
The guys who
is-
did Gargoyles, yeah.
Aqualad is probably my favorite like comic book character, probably of all time. I
he
love
was-
Aqualad. Calderon is
Yep.
my heart. Real fans know I got a song called Calderon that's out. You should listen
Yep.
to it. It's on SoundCloud.
Hell yeah.
Good plug.
Seriously.
I wish we got one more season of Young Justice.
I know. They just need one more to
we
wrap
need
it up.
One
Like,
more.
one more.
They
It's
keep
need
teasing
one
Darkseid.
more.
They're like, we're almost to
We're like,
Darkseid
we're
every
literally-
season.
He's literally like a mile
Every
away.
season.
Like
He gets
you
a
could
little
s-
closer.
If they looked up at the watchtower, if they were on the watchtower and looked to the
There
left,
is.
they'd
Oh,
be
look,
like,
it's
oh,
Darkseid.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
They'd be like, oh, how long have I been there?
I
Like that's
wish-
what they would say.
I wish they could at least just greenlight one more. I wish
7
James
episodes.
Gunn-
Yeah.
Yeah, 13.
7
You know,
episodes.
we
They
don't-
didn't need like 3. They did like 3 different seasons in that 4th season, which was crazy. Did you guys notice that? They had like,
dude,
yeah.
every time I'm like, damn, that must have been the last episode. Fuck,
Yeah, yeah.
that really like that hit. What's gonna happen to Connor?
love
And
that
then
approach,
next week, the next
honestly.
episode, I was like, what
Instead
the
I will-
hell?
yeah,
Instead
yeah,
of
I
having
agree.
22 like never-ending episodes, like putting
Yeah.
them in pods, Agents of Shield got really good at this
Okay.
in the final couple of seasons, or the second to last couple of seasons. Just like having mini arcs to at least keep your season engaging throughout. I really like that approach. The Flash did this in
Yeah,
one of
the
their
Flash did
recent
that
seasons,
towards
too.
the end as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. The Flash was
For
good with that.
Crisis, like it worked really well, where you were getting mini series within these seasons. I just like that approach.
Oh
but
man,
yeah, I'd love
Crisis
one
of-
more with Young
oh
Justice.
fuck.
Yeah, Crisis was
I
good.
just
it was interesting.
quick nostalgia moment. Didn't it feel like the Earth shut down when Crisis events came out? Like it felt like the world stopped moving, bro. I don't like social media was in disarray.
Everyone felt
Everyone
that way,
was talking about
except-
everything. Like
You know who didn't feel that way? Warner Brothers.
Yeah. No, Warner Brothers couldn't give a shit. They were like, whatever.
Which is so
bro.
insulting and
It
infuriating because
was-
yes.
Oh, they don't
Forefront
care. They don't care about
everything.
anything. It's crazy. It's like, how are they so apathetic to the products they create?
And, that was
now they're
before,
still.
That was before the Discovery buyout. That was just
Oh my
Warner Brothers
God.
saying in general, like, whatever you guys
Yeah.
do on TV, like, we don't care.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't. We're not going to connect it. It doesn't
was
matter. It's doing
so
well or whatever. Yeah.
fucking peak.
The people who were running Crisis at that time, they've gone into interviews and said, like,
Yeah.
nobody really gave a shit about what they created on TV. Like, a way smaller under budget Avengers that they only had like 2 months to put together.
That's why they put it in an aircraft hangar, which was hilarious. Like, that's just one of those things where, like, and the CW was known
Literally,
for
they
its
trying
like,
to make
charming
it seem like
budget. You know,
they trying to make
But,
it
like,
seem like their headquarters is mad nice. Barry was like, "That's just something I bought, nigga. This is just a warehouse with a desk in the middle. This is a warehouse with a desk.
It really
screen
was
over
just
there. What the fuck is
a
you
big
talking
warehouse.
about?
They had like 3 rolling screens. It was way less nice than any of their normal hangouts.
There's
but,
not even
like,
a plane in this bitch.
It was, but it was charming at this point where like I was like, okay, I like, for instance, like Legends of Tomorrow. I loved whenever Legends of Tomorrow would like shake the screen or whatever, and you're on the Wave Rider. I was always just like, this is charming. I don't really like this is great. I love it. I love that it's like the first season was very serious and it was like very like, oh, we have to stop this mission. And then the second season was like, hey, we're just a bunch of fuck ups like handling the time stream.
Yeah, fucking hot dog.
I will
dogs
say
for
with
sale.
that show,
Yeah,
I
it's great.
appreciated the serious tone a bit more. I wanted
Yeah,
the
yeah.
C-list Justice League on TV weekly, not necessarily like what
Fair enough.
wacky adventures are we getting into? Like,
Yeah.
so,
'Cause they
when-
did do a good job
When you're
at that.
pitching it as serious, considering the marketing around it was serious, and I was just getting caught up on Arrow and Flash. Like I was literally
yeah.
catching up to get to Legends, basically starting from the beginning because I'd never seen it up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
I was into it that front. Transition.
Yeah,
one of our
let's
characters.
keep going
Let's
here,
go.
right?
Let's go to our Arrowverse leader in Green Arrow.
Oh yes, Green Arrow. I do real quick. I touched upon. I did have a controversial D tier earlier, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the Punisher at D tier.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, I am not a
I'm
big
cool with that.
fan of the Punisher. I could even argue for C or higher, but so why I put the Punisher at D tier real quick is just to say that like I just don't think there's that much going on with him. There's not much that like you can get very interesting with. I've read a lot of Punisher stories. I've seen the movies. I enjoy Punisher Warzone the movie because I think it's very fun and weird, and even the first one I thought it was very fun, and the Punisher TV show was phenomenal. I just think as far as like what's going on with him, I know exactly what I'm going to get in every Punisher package unless
He's
it's
gonna
something
be
so
sad.
far out there.
Wah wah wah.
I do
Your
agree.
wife and kids are dead. Here's a gun. Go do a mass shooting.
Except for Cosmic
Get away
Ghost
from the
Rider.
cops. Shoot a bunch of cops.
When-
do another mass shooting. Slide back to your house. You're covered in blood. Stitch the wounds up. Get more ammo, more guns. Go to another safe house. Get
One
some
time,
food.
Frank Castle did get Ghost Rider powers and also cosmic powers, and he became the Cosmic Ghost Rider, and that was really cool.
Yeah,
But-
I remember that
I do
storyline.
think he's
That's
more
sick.
interesting as a character when he is a part of your Marvel universe, interacting with other characters, maybe supporting, maybe
Very true, Sean.
antagonizing.
Yeah, Sean just said that
Sean
same
makes
thing.
a
Like,
great point as well.
interacting opposed to DT. Like, he was great. I loved him in the Daredevil season 2. Like,
Yeah.
that was such a great interaction, and I kind of wish that like he had been a regular part of that show a little bit more before getting his own spin-off, you know.
Must have.
Because I agree. Well, because that was how he was introduced. He was a Spider-Man antagonist, you know, when he first
Yep.
came in. And, you know, I just feel like at any point that he's ever been at his best, it's the same thing with like Captain America. Like he's best as a foil to something, but like
He's
unlike
great as
Captain
a
America.
4-episode miniseries, not
Yeah.
13 issues or episodes.
No, I don't
Kinda
need
just
any
killing
more.
I'm okay with D.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Cool,
Perfect.
D.
So, anyways, Green Arrow
Arrow.
here. I personally like Green Arrow a lot. I might argue for C or B tier. Because while I
I'd
think
put
he's
him at B.
fantastic, yeah, I just think that again,
I
cultural
think he's
impact wise,
earned B.
yeah,
I think
he
he would have been
has.
C 10 years, not even 10, 15 years ago.
yeah,
I'd put him at B now.
I agree. So, seeing as we're getting kind of getting long in the tooth here in our stream, why don't we rapid fire a bit of these real quick
For sure.
and just see what we can
Sorry,
throw
it's
up
just
here.
such a. This is a
No,
problem.
no,
with having
I
heroes.
figured this was going to be an intense list anyways, and we can always come back to this as well. This is never permanent. So I'm just going to go down the list and no reasons why. Let's just all take our pick and then we'll average it. So Guardians of the Galaxy, Merrick first, and then back to me. What do you think? Oh, we got C. Yeah, Merrick. What do you think?
I think they've earned B.
Yeah, I would say they've earned B. So that averages out at B. Batman.
S.
S, yeah.
Yeah, S. I'm
Not,
sorry.
it's
yeah.
not fair.
I wouldn't have said
It's
that like a year ago.
You can't.
Honestly, I wouldn't have said that a year ago, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
give it to
I
you.
might argue that if that's the case, Deadpool might move up too.
Shut up.
But,
We'll
see how it averages
We'll see
out.
how it goes. Yeah. Beast from the X-Men. He's our X-Men
C.
representative here. C
C.
tier.
I just like him. C.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Oh my stars and garters. Yeah, I agree. Blue Beetle. Now I've picked Ted Cord here, but we can do whatever one.
Mentally, he's Jaime Reyes
Yeah,
in my
mentally
mind.
it's Jaime.
Yeah.
C.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Because I like him a lot, but yeah, I can't wait for that Blue and Gold movie.
This is my controversial S tier.
This is Booster Gold here, yeah. So you're gonna give that an S tier on that. I mean, look, if there ever was a mascot for the S tier show, it would be Booster Gold. If there ever was like somebody
he's
who
so
represented
cool.
what we do here on the S tier show, it's Booster Gold. So
All right. Okay, I know you said no reasonings, but real quick.
yeah.
He's funny. He's got a sick robot that has sass. He's a time traveler. Cool guns. And there's no way you're telling me he's not neurodivergent. Put him at S.
B list bottom.
I'm gonna put him at.
I'll concede an A. Come on, please. He deserves so much.
I'll concede it S minus.
You know what? I'm gonna say high B. I'm gonna say high B because
Okay.
As long as he's
I
above
think
the
that
thing.
like. Yeah, I
Cool.
think that he's, again, same thing, I agree. I love the character. He's very interesting when he's presented in a story. Like, for instance, in that Justice League episode, where the whole episode was centered around him trying
Yes.
to, like, be a hero while the Justice League were doing their thing. And it was, like, what a fantastic episode. And for him to
Great
learn the
show.
lesson that it's like, you know,
And-
like,
and
that was
what
a
I'll
great
also
story
say
that you
is
can't explore with any other character. right?
He is one of the few people in the DC universe that has manipulated the timeline and can freely do so.
It's true. It's
It
true.
takes a lot of power.
Who's
you
up
are
next?
a powerful
Iron Man?
person.
Yeah, Iron Man's up next year. So what do we think,
A.
Iron Man? A?
A?
Merrick?
Yeah, I'll
A.
take. Yeah.
A?
A.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll put-
we can like switch around at the end too.
maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, I would have said like B or C, but
Oh,
like
no
yeah,
question.
Yeah,
No
easily.
question.
Cyborg.
What do you guys think?
I'd say top of C.
Top of C. Yeah, that's about where I was
Shit.
thinking.
I was about to say S. I'm not gonna
Oh wow,
lie.
yeah. Well, average that puts him up a tier because that pulls it up.
All right,
so
no.
I'd say bottom B.
Let's pick an influential black superhero on the list that I do feel it deserves an S.
Throw it up
Static
there.
Shock.
Static Shock.
that's-
Yeah, we
okay,
can all
that's-
agree.
yes,
I
Static
mean,
Shock
like
is
influence
a definite
character.
100% S. No
Yeah.
way you're gonna look around it.
Yeah. I appreciate that, JC Tito. Thanks. I'm glad you're enjoying
Thanks,
it.
Jay.
Feel free to pop in if you have any opinions you do
fuck
know.
you, JC
Yeah.
though.
What?
Nah, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
JC, you've made the list of my mortal enemies.
S tier mortal enemies. Supergirl.
Supergirl.
I think, C.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna put B, but it can be on the lower end of B.
Yeah, low end B. What do you think, BK? What do you
I was
your
gonna say
deciding
top
factor
of
on this?
C because it's Supergirl. Like it's a fun story. It's got a dynamic, but
We got two
C's
C's,
fine.
so that puts it down there. Sean, you're right. I did forget Black Panther, but not for like racist reasons. Yeah,
that most def would have touched
Yeah.
S for me.
S.
yeah,
Yes.
even S tier. I could throw him on real
So
quick. Here we
good.
go.
Yeah.
You got to, bro.
Yeah, that's one to add in.
Yo, JC, I can have two mortal enemies. You and Ed are both my mortal enemies, and you should be scared of me. Aww. You're so cute.
There we go. Perfect.
Oh, fine. I'm with it. Let's go.
All right, perfect.
I'm with it.
I'm gonna upload him on the list. Yeah.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Great.
S tier.
S tier.
Black Panther.
Nightwing, A.
Nightwing's easy A, if not
Yeah.
S. I would even argue for S because I just feel like not
don't
like
know about all
the
that,
impact,
buddy.
the history that Dick Grayson has had, the like what he's done for comic books as a whole. I would kind of put him up higher, but I could see A. I put him high end A.
What do you say, Big A?
I would probably say high A,
Yeah.
high A. All right, perfect.
mid A, high end of B, because I mean you can't equate. You can't. I don't think you can put Nightwing and Batman on the same level.
But there's with things happening comic book wise, there is time for Nightwing
There's
to finally
time.
reach that
There's
S.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
There-
His-
there-
Could
his
happen,
recent,
but I don't think today.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about this earlier. Diana Troy, John Kent is his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Dick Grayson, they're very close to reaching their like graduation dates. Like Bruce Wayne
fair.
cannot
Yeah, yeah.
exist for much longer without it getting boring and tired and stale. Honestly,
They've tried.
at least in comic books, in my opinion.
It's
you
like
know?
Goku. They're gonna try and get rid of him, and they're gonna bring him right back afterwards.
Gohan.
I would love for that to happen.
I want to
That's
go.
the thing
I
is,
want
like,
all Gohan
one of
centered
my-
show. I
one
want to
of
see
my
Goten.
favorite-
Goten go crazy.
I'm still about that too, like the Boo arc. They tried to make Gohan the hero, and I loved it. Everyone was like, "Oh, we hated it."
They
I
were
was like, that
making
was
Gohan
great.
the hero for Cell, and it should have carried over.
Exactly. It just made sense. It was logical for the series.
Manga and
anyways.
anime is a separate. That's a
Yeah,
separate
I could give a
wheelhouse.
separate one for that one, but
Yeah.
anyways,
Who
yeah.
else
So Green Lantern. This is Hal Jordan specifically. I think I like him at B.
I like him
I
at
guess. Because interesting,
man.
not too interesting. The Hulk. I'm gonna give him a C.
No, absolutely not. I
No,
will not
too
allow
low.
you to. I will
Yeah.
not.
I will not
All
allow
right.
you to put the Hulk lower than the Thing.
You know what?
Will
Fair
not
enough.
happen.
Fair enough. I
No.
still think the Thing
It's
clears the Hulk.
It's got to
but,
be
like,
higher than the Thing, or
Yeah.
at least A tier. Dude, the depth in the story, the like the cultural impact, the power sets, how fucking dude, the Hulk has been across the entire galaxy. He's touched every planet basically. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like Bruce Banner, the side of things as well.
I'd put him at A.
The fact that like
All right, fair enough,
Hulk
considering-
can never die.
yeah, because I'm thinking about it like
Bruce Banner is the
World War
only-
Hulk.
I'm
Yeah.
finding it funny going through the list and seeing like our random pick of Plastic Man at A.
Yeah, right.
Still, I'm willing to leave it because we need a wild card. I mean, wanted to
Plastic.
point
That's
it
the
out.
thing about Plastic Man. You know what I like in this scene in particular? So, if you read the Injustice comics, don't watch the movie. The movie's garbage, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But the comics are really, really good. And Plastic Man is absent for like 85% of the comics, and then he just walks in one day in the middle of Superman's like tyrant regime just to tell him off. And it's the funniest thing ever. It's why I got this particular still. Like,
Nice.
so I think he definitely earns his place among the A tier just for that reason. Just to
Sure.
be like, yeah, eat
No,
it.
that's fair.
Anyways, Ben 10.
A.
Yeah. Is there a 10 tier? Can we
S.
put that?
Like bottom of A,
Yeah.
or not bottom. Yeah, but yeah.
See,
no, I'd put
Ben
A.
10,000 would be S tier, right? Where he has
Yeah.
control
Yeah.
over the Omnitrix,
sure.
like, but
Yeah.
Ben
Okay.
10 where he doesn't
Okay.
have control.
I'll take it. I'll
A
take
tier.
it.
Going off Impact, like the
Whatever.
whole franchise, it started out of nowhere, like
Truly.
and just the power set, like it's just too good.
Yeah.
Who else we got?
Venom. Kind of a hero, kind of a villain, mostly a hero recently.
He's earned B in my mind.
Yeah, B tier. What do you think, AK?
See.
I honestly would argue
Because
for
he
A.
doesn't really work well, like at least in my eyes.
He
Doesn't
needs
really-
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he needs Spider-Man to exist.
Yeah.
Because even his power set is pretty much just like Spider-Man.
Somebody tell Sony that.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's put him high B then, because that's kind of average of all
High
three of us
B.
right there.
Chores.
Yeah. Shazam.
S.
Interesting choice. I would argue maybe B or A.
S.
Merrick, what do you think?
C.
Wow.
C. Interesting. All right. Well, average there. I think if we're
Wow.
talking S, B, or A,
Well,
C.
wow,
Probably
wow,
like a
wow,
low
wow,
B
wow.
there. Maybe a mid B.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Sean's saying he never got the Venom hype. Probably put him C.
Wow.
Probably D.
C?
Shazam is
Wow.
C. Also, Sean's saying it's. Here's the thing. Like, well, actually,
I'm
no,
actually
no.
I think you
Mine.
gotta
You
stop
won't.
saying "Here's the thing" when the thing's on the list, my guy.
I know. Yeah. Here's the thing. There he is. Anyways, Storm from X-Men. Here's Storm. What do you think?
So we're okay. So are we taking Storm as just Storm, or are we talking the whole X-Men?
Storm. Storm is a character.
Individually, Storm,
Yeah.
because there's Wolverine on there too. So
Yeah,
and
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 Beast.
that's a whole separate category.
Right, yeah, because we have Beast on there too. So
Here's the thing.
where do we
I
put Beast
Storm
at?
A.
I would say A or S, honestly, because
Yeah.
like I've seen some really
Let's say-
awesome stuff from Storm.
Let's say A.
Yeah, I'm in for A. Yeah, put it up there. High A. Superman.
D. Boring.
Maybe not that low, but like
Nah,
maybe
that's
B or
how
C.
I truly feel.
Yeah. What do you think,
Boring,
Merrick?
mid, over
All right,
it.
so Superman's Rogues Gallery,
White.
when you go past fucking Lex Luthor, is
Yeah.
definitely far more interesting.
Metallo, Parasite, Mr. Mitzi Spicklick, Bizarro. I mean, Bizarro is such a fascinating character in
Bizarro
itself,
is a
right?
really cool character. I
when
really
they
like
do it
Bizarro.
well. Yeah.
I would put Superman for A.
Interesting. Yeah. Because I mean, you can't ignore that he is the granddaddy of all superheroes. You know what I mean? Like he is kind of the archetype there in a lot of ways. And
This
when he's
motherfucker
utilized
said
well,
D.
yeah, D. Honestly, so you know what? I'm gonna average that.
fault.
That's probably B, right? Because
C?
I said like
Sure.
Yeah. Because that's like
I'll
average
settle
between
for
all of us.
C.
Yeah.
B is too high, man.
We got a lot of big B's there. We can move some characters. The Flash. What do we think?
S.
S.
Yeah, I can't argue with
The
that.
Flash
I
is
love
probably
the
one
Flash.
of my all-time
He
favorite
can do
heroes.
everything, say everything. He's interesting, funny, creative. His stories are all pretty much
literally
good.
We can get him
do
better movie
anything.
down the line.
Oh God, please.
Okay, unpopular opinion, I didn't mind the movie. The only thing I didn't like was the running. That pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah.
At least they make fun of it.
Yeah,
It's
him
like,
on the.
dude, no, when you're Flash movie, the most interesting part of the Flash is the Batman
Yeah.
That's a problem.
and
yeah.
your Superman angle.
Did you
and
ever
when
hear-
are trying
and
to
they-
bring back people back
Yeah.
from the dead? All you're using are Batman and Superman
Oh.
people.
Disgusting. Right? And not even the Flash. Not even John Wesley Shipp. Like seriously.
What's
not even
worse-
Grant Gustin.
What's worse is Ezra Miller was your Flash, and this movie pointed out to me that just bad casting.
Yep.
Then you have two of them
Yeah, let's get
acting
that.
opposite each other.
And you've had plenty of time, plenty of movies where people already said that they found Ezra Miller's Flash to be grating. And,
And
like, you
I
know,
defended a lot
yeah.
of Zack Snyder's stuff for a long time,
Here,
but
here.
that just became apparent to me that the casting was just never correct. And why directors should not be casting your films, contrary to what Matthew Vaughn believes about the latest Supergirl casting.
No, yeah. If I feel like if it had been different casting, it would have been a much different movie.
Now, Zack Snyder was in charge of the universe, so it is a little different in this case. But at the end of the day, casting people for universes is different than casting roles. for
Imagine.
films.
But I mean, did you ever hear the
Imagine.
original?
That's why Marvel Studios was
yeah.
so good at it. For
Did
so
you ever
long.
hear the original script for The Flash? How it was supposed to be? It was going to be like a small heist movie that they were going to do, where it was essentially that Eobard Thawne was in disguise in the 21st century as, I think they were going to do like Eddie Thawne or some variation on that
Sure.
or something. And he was a multinational bank conglomerate owner or whatever, and him and his head of security, Leonard Snart, and his security team of rogues, right, were going to be trying to steal from the company itself, essentially, because Eobard Thawne's trying to build a time machine to get himself back to the future, right? Classic Flash plot. Flash discovers the rogues that are all stealing all these machine parts and everything like that. He stops them one by one, discovers the plan, uncovers it, and then there you go. And Cyborg was supposed to be a huge part of that movie as well, because it was going to be all about figuring out Eobard's plan.
Right. Maybe that was the plan in like 2017.
It
or
was, yeah.
something. 2014 when they announced this stuff.
And then Rick Fukuyama left with the win, and then that whole plan left with him too. So, but I guess my point being
Imagine
is like,
if we got
like you
Grant
said,
Gustin
when
as
you
Flash.
focus on the Flash's great elements, which are his rogue gallery, his interactions with the rogues gallery. I love that the rogues are just like a bunch of assholes. They're like the
Dude, he's
Ghostbusters
got
of
the
villains.
He
best
is great
rogues
by
gallery.
himself and with a team, and that's
Yeah.
why
Saying,
S
Sean,
tier
I'm
characters
saying.
are S tier.
Truly.
You can plug them in, but they are so compelling, not just with their rogues, but themselves as well. And that's what makes these characters so great.
Here,
so
here.
you have Black Panther there, you have Static Shock. So that's, I think that classifies the S tier. It only took us
So-
an hour and a half to figure
yeah,
out what the fuck it
seriously,
means.
right?
But
Real quick, let's power through these last four right here. We've got Thor, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Wonder Woman.
Thor, C tier.
Thor
Thor
Seer?
C.
Yeah, I agree with that. He could be more interesting when he's utilized well, but not
How did I
often.
just classify S tier? Throw Spider-Man up on S.
Are you kidding? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's one of the best. Wolverine, I would argue for high A,
High A.
because he's climbed himself out of a supporting role on a team, because he was just one of many people on the X-Men, and he could have been just as popular as Colossus or whatever. But you know,
So
yeah.
And we can refine this in a moment.
Okay.
Of
yeah.
course, yeah. And Wonder Woman, finally, what do we think?
B.
I wanted to say C, but I'll take B.
Yeah, I'll take B on that one. All right, so we have our tier list right here in no particular order as of this point. We have S tier, Spider-Man, Batman, Static Shock, Black Panther, and The Flash. A tier, we have Nightwing / Dick Grayson. We have Deadpool. We have Wolverine. We have the Green Ranger. We have Storm, Plastic Man, Iron Man, the Hulk, and Ben 10. On B tier, we have Superman, Venom, Booster Gold, Captain America, Daredevil, The Thing, Shazam, Green Arrow, Guardians of the Galaxy, Cyborg, Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman. On C tier, we have Supergirl, Blue Beetle, Martian Manhunter, The Fantastic Four, the Beast, Thor, and then on D tier we have Aquaman and the Punisher.
Can we shift just a little bit
Yeah.
just before we start to go? Can we move Wonder Woman over in front of the Thing?
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that.
Can we then move Iron Man past Green Ranger?
Yep. I would argue at this point, I've kind of said it a little bit, maybe we should move Deadpool up to S tier, you know? Actually, no. Now that I look at the list
look at that
here,
list, bro.
You're
and
right.
think
You're
of
right.
Deadpool.
You're right.
It's not the same
no,
at all.
He's in high A. You're right. You're right.
It's not the same.
No, I think now that I'm looking at it, you're right. Like you can see the criteria very clearly.
All right, okay.
That we have established.
How about this?
Yeah.
Hear me out, though.
Yeah.
We are missing someone from the S tier category. Hear me out before you all jump
I'm
down
not
my
putting
throat.
Shazam.
Booster Gold.
Not putting Booster Gold up there.
Why?
Booster Gold is a wicked, as I described,
Do you
he's a
hate
wicked,
me?
interesting
Do you
character.
not fuck with me as
That's
a
true.
person?
It's just because I think he's S tier, but I hate you personally. I was just kind of like actually vacate. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Deadpool in front of the Nightwing. You're true, but because Nightwing is, I like Nightwing a lot, but I might move him past Wolverine. What do you think? Really? Yeah, ahead of Wolverine.
Deadpool was forcing it. I was gonna let that slide, but whoa, Wolverineski.
All right, fine. Deadpool, Nightwing, Wolverine, Iron Man, the Green Ranger.
I'll be honest. I like
Yeah.
Nightwing ahead of Deadpool.
Yeah.
I'm not
do.
gonna. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. That's
do.
a consensus, so I'll agree on that.
And I only say this if we're going like who is just not making the cusp of S tier in
I see.
terms of by themselves, team dynamic, rogues gallery, which yes is shared with Batman, but also Teen Titans stuff too. Like
He really has his own elements. I mean, you could consider
Bro,
something
Dick-
like Professor
and
Pig.
that's-
You know what I
Dick
mean?
Grayson, if you think
Yeah.
about it, bro, he is the busiest person in the entire DC universe.
Oh, yeah.
Not only does he help out in Gotham,
Yeah.
he takes care of the Teen Titans and the Titans, and he's also in Bloodhaven. That's
Yeah.
his main city.
And he's
I would
slaying
buy-
every Supergirl in the fucking.
Literally, yo, he's
I would
fucking
buy
every super
any
bitch
of
there
the
is.
books of S tier right now.
Yeah,
Just because of the complete package, and I would put Nightwing in there, whether it's his own issue or with a team.
Yeah.
And Green Ranger, like I would also buy for that reason, but at the same time, I recognize complete package.
Yeah.
You know, not quite as there, even though it's my personal preference. But
And then so Booster Gold, right? Maybe we move him up to like A tier in front of Nightwing, because if you think about it, like same thing with Booster Gold in that respect.
Yeah, it's nice try. Look.
can you
here's
pass
the
me
thing.
the bong in the corner over there?
Yeah.
That's the only way that I'm gonna like be cool
The
enough
only
to
way
say whatever.
I'm gonna throw Booster Gold up there on top. All right, look. Here's the thing: is that Booster Gold is good when I think he's good again in foil to things. I don't typically go out of my way to think like Booster Gold as a complete collective of a character, right?
No,
that's why he's down there. But that's okay, because again, like he's with the likes of like Superman and Captain America. That's some of the greats right there. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I'm being silly, but like that is just like a personal
name
fave.
2 Booster Gold villains. Yeah, Chad's got a good point.
Bro, he doesn't have villains in the same
Himself
His
and
villains
Skeets, yeah.
are himself in time. That's why it's so prescient. You feel what I'm saying?
Which is interesting. I'll give you that.
His main villain is time, my nigga. Think
All
about
right.
it, bro. And what's the name of the people? The same niggas who Flash was dealing with when he broke time. There's like a council of niggas who deal with time.
It's the
You know
Time
what I'm talking
Authority.
about? Yeah. Some niggas like that. Yeah.
One other argument I might make is I want to move the Guardians of the Galaxy up. Not a tier, but just to some of the higher areas of B tier here. Because I could argue that I've had more interesting kind of interactions with that than a lot of these other characters. But how far we go?
Not that far.
Not
do we
past
think?
Booster
Yeah.
Gold. Tell you the fuck
Not past
what.
Cap.
Yeah, put
All
that
right,
nigga right.
I might
yeah.
move Venom back down then. I don't
Venom
feel
you
like
can move back.
he
Yeah,
doesn't
move
seem
Venom-
like he should
yeah,
be
move them down.
with that high of a group
And then
tier.
move Cap up right, or no, move Cap down past Daredevil.
Yeah, I
Right
like
there.
that, right?
I'll be okay.
No,
with
I
being
take it back. I take it back. I
vetoed
take it
on
back. I
that.
take it back.
Well, yeah,
Take it
because you
back.
know what? I think Cap is a little bit more interesting than Daredevil, yeah. Sean says in front of Wolverine for Guardians.
Ooh, you're
Interesting.
bugging.
Yeah. I like
No,
Guardians
no,
a lot,
sir.
but not as much as those other characters. I think we've established
Guardians
our trend
are
here.
really
yeah.
good, but if that movie hadn't come out, they'd still be as niche as Booster Gold.
They would still be fine, but they wouldn't be nearly as good because like
Yeah.
they had a. So here's the thing about the movie is that it's kind of a lot different than what the comics were doing at the time.
it influenced
but,
the comics.
Yeah, but I like the direction that they took.
We
afterwards.
need to change Star-Lord.
Yeah, exactly. Because Star-Lord was just kind of a cut and dry, like I'm a space like renegade guy. You know what I mean?
cop.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a space
space
cop.
cowboy.
Yeah. And I like how they were like, I thought Wolverine was B. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. It's Booster Gold there. On this one. Yeah, it's a little hard to see with the small images there, but all right.
That's our S tier ranking.
I think this is it. Yeah, I don't think I
think
have
this is
any
it.
other objections. You guys,
Who's
anything
in
else?
C right there?
C tier is Supergirl. It is Supergirl.
Super Gold.
Yeah, one of my Groove from Despicable
Oh,
Me. Yeah.
Thor
Like
should move
Borat.
up.
What?
Thor should definitely move up.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know,
agree.
buddy. Oh yeah, I
Up
mean,
to the top here.
Yeah, top
Yeah,
of
yeah.
C.
And I might move Martian here and then maybe do that
I
as
like
well.
the Human Torch a lot as a character. Maybe put him above Supergirl.
Yeah, because I don't really.
Supergirl in D. What the fuck? Are
Supergirl,
we
yeah,
smoking
Supergirl
pack?
actually could kind of
Are
go
we
down to
smoking
D
fucking
tier.
pack?
Yeah,
Put Supergirl in D, bro. What the fuck?
What do you think, Merrick? No, yeah, okay, all right, C tier, bottom C. Bottom C is a good agreement.
Name a Supergirl villain. 3 of them.
Aunt Astra.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, there you go.
Yes, for the most part, Supergirl kind of bridges into like Superman
see
villain
what I'm
territory.
saying?
I get that.
But she's very important to the Superman mythos,
Yeah, she's
and
very
she was
unique,
very
yeah.
important to the DC mythos in a
Her
huge way.
character
Yeah.
is interesting, being the younger girl off planet.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
and
you
how
convinced me.
she's
You
and how
convinced
she's
me.
different because Superman grew up on Earth, whereas she grew up on Krypton, and then like I always thought that was really interesting that she's
Right, okay.
technically older than
All right.
Cal.
You convinced
That
me.
dynamic makes her interesting.
Yeah.
Move that bad bitch up to S, buddy. No. Yes, sir. Move that baddie up.
All right. Well, if this is our final list, real
I think-
quick, I'm
I
just
think
gonna.
this is it.
I'll
Can
just
we
run
make-
through this.
Is there a way there could be a level above S for Static Shock? Like I feel like
I can
he
just put
doesn't
him.
get the recognition he does. You know how
No, he
good-
does not, which is
does
so
not.
unfair.
so fucking good.
I'll put him at the top
And-
S tier comfortably. You know what I mean?
Like that. I love the way that looks. Static Shock, Spider-Man, Batman, Booster Gold should be right behind Batman, but it's okay. Black Panther, The Flash. That's a fucking.
That's a good S tier.
literally my
Yeah.
top 5. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a
with
shame
you.
Warner Brothers has not truly utilized that.
No, it's crazy.
Intellect.
Like it's
Intellectual
insane.
property.
I'm to be honest with you, I'm kind of a James Gunn shill, but like I am very excited for the upcoming DC universe. Not because of specifically James Gunn as like, oh, I think he's like a messiah or anything.
We don't have
But-
a choice.
You know that too, but like I just think he understands these characters. Just given like Peacemaker, Suicide Squad, any of the movies that he's done, Guardians of the Galaxy. Like I think he just understands how to present this stuff, which is just have fun with it. You know what I mean? So I just want to see the characters. I want to have some interesting stories, you know, and I want to have a good time with it. Like, you know, delve into that stuff, but don't forget why we're here.
It
right?
seems like you got the best man for the job.
Yeah.
Based on anyone who is available, like you need sort of that special sauce that just understands character interactions. Kevin Feige has been that for so long at Marvel, and you want to differentiate yourself. This is the thing that people don't get about the DC Marvel conversation. DC has tried to do everything they can to not be Marvel because you watching these films, if they were copying Marvel, you would have called them out on it
Yeah.
easily. Like, oh, why can't they just do their own thing? They're just copying Marvel. Well, they tried to do something different. Not saying it worked.
Oh yeah.
Personally, glad we got away from Zack Snyder's vision, seeing what it would have been now. Not a fan.
And
I
that
defended
like
that forever.
reading what he would have done with those Justice League movies and like the
Nobody
scripted
would have wanted
outline.
Darkseid for 3 films.
Oh my god! And the fact
And
that there
you
would have
wouldn't
been like
have
a baby and like all sorts of crazy like like it just would have been something that like it started in a way that was like I agree with you. 'Cause
If I
it's,
want
like,
evil
it's
Superman, I'll
interesting.
play Injustice.
Yeah, it's fine. Or like go do it with one of the other things.
I
so.
kind of disagree.
So I'm excited for James Gunn too in that front.
Yeah.
in the sense of that I do want. I don't even. I'm not like kidding at all.
Yeah.
I literally just want them to take what they did with the Marvel Universe and copy and paste DC in. Just do it. Just try.
Well, you know, if what
once.
they did was just like, you
I
know,
don't
in the
know.
beginning, just making good movies, I think that's a great place to start.
Just
Well,
try.
They
some
kind
shit
of
together.
are.
Yeah.
String
Based
some
on
shit
how many
together.
characters are going to start their first appearance in Superman Legacy.
Tons.
I mean,
Tons of
girl,
side
Green
characters.
Lantern.
Speaking of my man,
Metamorpho.
Booster Gold. I love you, nigga.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's getting his show. Booster Gold talks about him. He's getting a show. That's gonna be fucking the best TV
If
show of the
anyone's going to
century.
appreciate Booster Gold, it's James Gunn.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you were gonna
truly.
say me, but yeah, true.
I'm just
James
waiting
Gunn,
for blue and
for
gold,
sure.
man.
Close.
So, well, anyways, this has been wonderful. So this is our S tier
What a time.
ranking of superheroes here. So this is officially it. All the superheroes have been ranked here, everybody. So they never have to be discussed ever again. Anytime anyone's ever telling you what superhero is better than the other one, you can just say, no, I watched the S tier show the other night, and they already ranked those, so we don't even have to
I
argue
watched
about it.
S-tier
So,
show,
like,
and they
yeah.
say Booster Gold is the S tierest.
Yeah, Bakay said it was the best too. You can quote that here first. So
It is the S tieriest.
You can quote it incorrectly.
yeah, it's true. You could be incorrect by quoting it if you want to. Yeah. All right. Well, I just want to thank everybody for joining us here on the S Tier Show, and most importantly, thank you to our special guest, Merrick Henry, for being here on the S Tier Show.
Sorry.
yeah, no, absolutely, you, yeah. All the
I thought I was
superheroes.
just becoming a
have
cast member now. Sorry.
You truly are. You're blending in so naturally
happens,
into it.
man.
Yeah. So,
Come
you
down
know,
to the
I mean,
S-tier
with that being
show.
said, Merrick will be back here again for sure sometime soon.
Yeah.
So
Most
stick
def.
around here. Make sure you follow, subscribe, check us out via that QR code up there on top for the all the ways you can interact with us here at the S Tier Show. And one final time before we head out here, don't forget to check out Merrick Henry on YouTube as well for all of his amazing content there. We are looking to push him up to 1,000 subscribers if we can, S tier folks. So let's jump in, like, subscribe, hit that.
See y'all at the
Bell.
Boulder Saturday night with
Saturday.
opening guests.
There's another
yes,
thing,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Bay AK.
Check out the Boulder Saturday
rock the
night,
house.
7:30. Doors open at 7. Be there and be
first
square.
30 people that go through the door will receive a special concert bingo card.
Hey.
And you will have your chance
Can
to
I-
win. No, you can't win, Bay-K.
No, I was gonna ask
Can I win?
because they can win. They can win.
What?
You gotta mute his mic too. Ooh, they're discussing. Ooh, they're talking about some secret stuff that we can't know. We can't find out what they know. Yes, right. They're talking behind our back. They don't want us to know about their secret attack. Yo, they're breaking it down. They're making a crown. They're putting it on themselves and taking us down. Hey, they talking in secret. They talking in secret. Oh, they talking in secret.
Right now? Oh shit! my fault. We were doing
No,
some
no,
logistics.
I was trying to. I'm covering for you guys secretly
Bro,
by
that was
freestyling.
Special
how? Thank you.
announcement as of the S Tier Show right now. Bay AK, take it away.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
do it!
First, what is it? First 30 people in the door.
First 30 people.
First
so
30 people
they'll
in the
receive
door.
the bingo card. And if you win bingo, you have the opportunity to win a $25 Visa gift card.
Oh,
And
and
If you are a 21 plus winner, which I'll assume you will be because we're in a bar,
Yeah.
I will also gift the winner some marijuana.
yeah, seriously.
look at that. That's amazing. So look
So-
at there's a door prize here, better than any concert that I've ever
So-
heard. First 30 people in the door will get a bingo card for some free special goodies.
The free space is Where's Eyeliner?
And you know I wear it every day. No.
Yeah, truly. If you wear eyeliner or fishnet leggings, then you just get the door prize just by coming, honestly. So, truly. So, wow, this is great. So make sure you check out Heartbreak at the Boulder Cafe to see these wonderful gents and also your creepy doctor walking around. And
lab coats.
yeah.
Can I get my plugs in real quick?
Yeah, please plug one more time. What do you got?
Oh,
can you plug it?
Nostalgia 2412. I got a
Nostalgia.
date. I got a date
Nostalgia.
now.
You got a
I'm not gonna
date?
tell you. I'm not gonna tell you yet, but I got a date. I think I have a song coming out tomorrow and a music video that's coming out at 2:00 on YouTube.
Hey!
On my YouTube page. Look
Follow
me up,
Bakay.
BAEAK GG Click Captain. You'll see me. You'll find me. Follow. Throw on the notification bell for the video. It's already up, premiered, ready to for all you niggas to enjoy. Sanjamin. out tomorrow. Love you guys.
Check it out.
Thanks for watching the S Tier show. And again, thanks to Merrick for coming out. Appreciate you, bro.
Love being on, guys.
You are a
Thank you,
good
Merrick.
friend of mine.
Looking forward to it again.
And basically family at this point. And now that you've been at the S Tier show, you are now part of the S Tier Hall of Fame. So thank you for being here, brother. We love you.
Lit.
Seriously. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. This has been the S Tier show. We're going to head out here on this Wudo beat. Check us out next Thursday at like 6-ish, 6:30-ish, whenever we get online. Yeah, something like that. For some more S Tier content, we got some great S Tier guests planned up. We've got some exciting S Tier stuff. So make sure you subscribe and check us out then. Other than that, have a good night. Have an S Tier evening, actually.
Good night.